to the syndicate, where real estate wholesaling is what the business is. Ain't gotta talk about it when you out here living it. So if you out here getting it, then welcome to the syndicate. Welcome to the syndicate.
All right, guys, we are live. It's official. We're back for another one of the best live stream shows in the world for wholesaling, the Boiler Room. Very excited for the guests we have today. I'm very excited for the people in the back room. We have some great leads today. We're going to a couple things we're doing differently today with the leads too. I'm excited to share with you guys. But yeah, I love it. Only show in the world where there's a bucket. If you guys are brand new, don't know how it works, we have this bucket here. We have a bunch of people waiting in the back room, waiting for patiently for their names to be called. They're hanging out, networking in the meantime. And yeah, their name gets pulled. They're going to get 5 hot PPL leads from our sponsor, iSpeed to Lead. We're going to even let them pick their very own exclusive lead from whatever market they want. We're going to show you guys how that works. Their platform's super cool, and they add a lot of cool stuff on there. But that's it. Yeah, they get free leads. If they don't close them, they can take those leads, keep calling, following up with them. And at any point, if they need help, they have the closer panel. They have myself. I'm Ky Logue. And we got my good friend Jon Lallande here, who's a badass closer, one of the best closers I've met in the industry. And I'm excited. Jon, thanks so much again for joining us, man.
Dude, thanks for having me. 2.0, bro. We're back.
100%, man. I know you're one of the most requested guests. I asked who do you want me to bring back, and people kept saying Jon. So happy we're able to do this again, man.
Here we go, dude. Let's get some locked up, brother.
Let's do it. And yeah, guys, you can just let us know if you can hear us. Don't be quiet. Love to hear you guys in the comments. Let us know where you guys are tuning in from. If you guys have any feedback for us, any feedback for the callers, love to hear it too. And yeah, let's rock and roll without any further ado. And let's pick that first name. All right. So first one we got Taylor F. I got to figure out why it's always backwards. If you can read backwards, you can see this says Taylor F. But I'm going to shoot over the link so Taylor can join us. Okay. No, when you guys see it, it's not. I can see that. It just looks like that for me. All right.
Yeah, I can see backwards. It, bro. It's all good.
Right, cool. Yeah, I'm just see stuff backwards, I guess. But
awesome. Is there a chat? Am I supposed to join this chat somewhere?
So yeah, there's comments. Like you can see anyone on whatever, on social, on YouTube, or on Facebook that's watching. If they comment, we'll see that there, and you can talk with them there. And then the private chat, that's just going to be for you, me, and the bucket pull.
All right.
Person. Cool. So yeah, we can give them coaching in there, and if they have the right setup, we can talk and be live in their air and give them coaching too.
Cool. I just didn't want to. I wanted to make sure I wasn't missing. So the comments on the right, and the private chat's going to be for us.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. It's been a minute since I've been on, so I had to redo this.
Yeah, it's just like riding a bike. Come right back in.
There you go.
So, Jon, for anyone who might not have seen you on one of our last episodes or podcasts you've been on, or might just be finding who you are for the first time today, you want to give us a quick intro and rundown on who you are?
Yeah, so my name is Jon Lallande. I run a 7-figure wholesaling business primarily in Southern California, and linked up with a guy named Jeremy Miner, if you guys know who that is. And we started NEPQ for real estate investors specifically. So my process, if you guys aren't familiar with it and you hear me today, you'll notice my conversations are a little bit longer. I think that was one of the things you pointed out last time is I go pretty deep with sellers whenever I can, and get a lot of commitment up front. So that's the NEPQ process that I teach and that I use inside of my business. So you guys might get a sneak peek of that today.
I love it, man. Yeah, we got here last time. It was great. We got that contract done. And then, yeah, I think one of the things you did a training for our mastermind, the syndicate, and I actually trained our bot. We have a voice AI bot that you checked out. But the first thing it says now is like, "Oh, can you hear me?" And I'm like, "Oh, so it works really well." I'm like, "Yeah, we tested that one out, and it's working super well."
Little pattern interrupt right there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bro.
Got that from you. So shout out to you for that one. And then, so I guess Taylor's driving. He's looking for a place to pull over real quick. So we're going to do another bucket pull in the meantime and get back to him. And so now we got Frankie. So Frankie, want to hop in?
By the way, that AI bot is sick.
Thanks.
I've had so many people reach out to me. I have a school community. I've had a bunch of people reach out to me and say, "Hey, I got these AI bots," and I listen to them, and there's always like a latency. There's always They're weird. They ask weird questions. But when I called yours, I was like, bro, are you kidding me? This is insane. It's like the only one that I've seen that's actually worked. So great job with that, bro.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, a lot of hard work, and yeah, we're still tweaking it and getting it better. Because I mean, it's just crazy how fast the AI and technology is getting better. And I feel like if you're just not trying to, you can't not even stay ahead of it, but just try to keep up with it. You're just, we're all gonna get left behind real quick.
For sure, bro.
All right, cool. So just waiting for Frankie. And we sent that over. But yeah, I love it, man. I know you got your school community there too. Where's the best people for to connect with you, or people? Is it school or is it social media?
Probably IG. You know what? I've been posting a lot more of my like free stuff on YouTube. And so if you just look up Jon Lallande, you guys can go check me out on YouTube. I've been posting a lot of content there. And we usually break them up. We put them on IG as well. Jon Lallande 22, numbers 22. But yeah, I'd go check that stuff out first, get a taste of it. I try to put out a bunch of free stuff for people that are, looking to learn the sales process. And if they vibe with it, they go into the school community and
Nice.
Some of the other stuff we have.
I love that. Yeah, definitely make sure you guys go check him out. And it looks like we got Frank here. Frank the Tank. What's going on, bro?
Yeah.
Frank the Tank.
Let's go. I'm excited to be on with you guys. And it's always a pleasure, John, seeing you blowing up the IG streams.
Hell yeah.
And Ky, man, just putting on another phenomenal show. So let's get it. Excited.
Let's do it, man. I'm excited. Let's get you a deal today. So I'm ready, man. We're due. Let's I'm gonna share this real quick in the private chat. And Frank, you already know how it goes. While I'm doing that, do you want to give everyone a quick intro on who you are, how long you've been wholesaling?
Yeah, to everyone out in the space and the interwebs, this is coming up my 1 full year, so one whole cycle of learning, mastering, reinventing. I think that's the number one thing, is just you learn something new every single day. So looking to go into year number 2 with more confidence, more better verbiage, and just a better streamlined process. I think that's the number one thing, is just having a better process. And couldn't do it without guys like you, Ky, John, everyone else in the industry.
Thanks,
cool, bro. Before we hop in here, what do you like when you're on your sales calls? What are you typically struggling with to see if we can help out before you start dialing?
I think the number one thing is I have years of experience in sale calls, so I don't really have a fear-based mindset when coming into an actual call. I think the biggest area of opportunity is after developing the rapport, it's really getting comfortable with pitching offers and really finding out those uneasy, they can be sometimes uneasy conversations. But again, that's kind of the biggest thing, is just the comping. And
we'll do the comping for you on the other side, bro. One of the things I want to challenge you then on your calls is when you're building that rapport with the seller, I want you to figure out what's next for them, like you always do when you're building rapport.
Yeah.
And then figure out how much do they need to be able to accomplish that goal. So instead of you just throwing out like a random price, like how much you're looking to get for it, or, anything like that. Let's say it's a homeowner. They're like, yeah, I'm trying to buy another house in Arkansas. Okay, well, how much is the next house? How much do you need to put down? And that's what I want you to focus on first. And if you're feeling like it might be a little bumpy, what a lot of guys do is they're like, well, how much you looking to get for the house? Seller says ridiculously high price. And you're like, oh shit, now I got to send them this offer that's super low. Right. But my main challenge for you today, brother, is try to figure out the needs. Right. So how much do they need to be able to accomplish whatever the next thing that they're trying to do is? And then you can just ask them like, hey, if I could get you the $20,000 for you to be able to buy the next house, what would be your biggest concern, or what would you want the next steps to be? I won't give you like too much sales training, but just like kind of high level.
That is high level for sure.
Yeah, just high level. That's the main thing when you're calling these people. Once you're building the rapport, try to figure out what's next for them. Try to figure out how much they need to accomplish that. And I think you're going to have a smoother conversation if that's the part that you might be getting stuck on.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Let's get to it, and open to feedback and coaching as we go through the process. And just like everyone, I think that's the number one thing. Everyone's trying to get some form of how someone says something and what type of verbiage can be said here and there. So hopefully everyone's on here ready to go. Let's light it up.
Let's do it. Let's close some deals, man. I'm ready.
Perfect.
And if you want to, I think David had a great idea. If you just want to mute yourself on here until somebody answers, and then just unmute yourself as soon as they do.
Definitely.
That way they don't hear us talking. Why is my camera?
Oh no, we lost Ky. We lost the host.
Oh, you guys, you'll figure it out. You guys got this.
I would leave, bro. Is there so you do the 6 to 8 because that's the best pickup times?
Yeah, those are my favorite times to call.
That's funny. It's my least favorite time because by the end of the day, I'm like fucking a puddle of mud, just brain dead.
Yeah.
But I like to do all my sales calls in the morning. Although when I was starting out, I couldn't do that. Like I didn't have the ability to pick.
Can I help you? John, perfect. You can hear me. Perfect. Hey, this is Frank. I was actually giving you a call today. Thank you for your time. I'm actually looking at your property 7525 down on Bend Boulevard. Yeah, it looks like you filled out maybe a form on our website. Just wanted to see how we could help you out with that.
Well, I have owned it for a long time. I'm not sure if I'm going to sell it or not, but if I do, I would probably just put it on the market. I'm a realtor here.
You are, okay.
Thanks for your call. All right.
Well, if you don't mind, I'm just actually looking at a few things right here. If you can help me out, you got a minute?
Actually, I'm just about ready to sit down for dinner.
Okay. Well, I don't want to.
I'm not really in it.
I don't want to cause confusion.
Really right now.
Okay, I don't want to cause confusion, but if I could ask, I'm catching you kind of at the tail end of my day. If you are looking to sell, what can I do to get on your schedule maybe later on this week? We could talk a little bit more about it.
Well, I've got a number of people I've been talking to, so I have quite a few have been calling for some reason. I don't know why, because I don't have it in the MLS or anything. So I don't think I need your help right now, but I appreciate you calling. If you'd like to text me your name and phone number, if this doesn't work out with those other people, I'll give you a call.
Well, I'd like to know too, if in fact, if all these other people are calling, what were you actually looking for?
Well, I'm thinking about selling it, but I'm not 100% sure I'm going to. So that's where I'm at.
Got you. And if you don't mind me asking, what do you need to make that big decision?
Well, it's mostly my health basically. So going through some health issues, and if things look better, I'll probably keep it. And I really won't know that for a couple of months or so.
You okay? You okay?
That's where I'm at.
Yeah, you okay?
I've got some health things. Pardon me?
I said, are you okay?
Well, I'm not sure if I am or not. That's what I'm dealing with right now.
And not to get too personal. I mean, is the process of this? If I don't want to be overwhelming, but is this something that you need to get to for health purposes as well? I mean, do you have family somewhere close by? Is that one of the big factors? I mean, what you got going on?
Well, I have a lot of people in my family that could help me with the building too if I wanted to keep it. So, but anyway, if you want to text me your name and phone number, I'll keep it.
Okay. Well, thanks, John. I'll definitely reach out. Okay.
Right.
All right. Not the one I wanted to start off with, but
oh, good brother. I'll say this, dude. It wasn't bad. Yeah, man, it wasn't bad. I want you to role play that with me for a second, and I want you to tell me that I'm going to list it, right? So I'm going to open up the call. This just might help you on your first couple seconds getting in the call. And not to say we could have closed them, but let's see like how far we can get in the conversation. So role play me for a second. Hey, Frank, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How can I help?
Yeah, Frank. It's just John. It's Jon Lallande over at ABC Home Buyers. It looks like you filled out a form on our website about possibly selling the home on Main Street, right?
You know what? I don't think I did, but I'm actual. I'm going to possibly list it here coming up.
Okay.
I'm actually a real estate agent.
Yeah, and that could be a fairly decent option for you. You might be better off just listing it. That's actually why I'm calling, just to find out a few more details about like the property, the condition, and then if you did sell it, when, just to see if we could possibly do any good for you. So are you living here right now? Like, what's actually going on with it?
Yeah, I've had it for quite a long time.
Mhm.
I'm actually going through some health issues right now, so I'm
Oh, shoot,
contemplating
man.
if I'm going to be actually staying or going, or if I'm going to be even out the health to get to where I need to go.
Oh my goodness, what's going on, man?
Yeah, they said I got that. They say that I got some life-threatening disease. I just don't really know what I have.
They didn't tell you what it is? All right, so now I'm in the conversation. And so like the big thing, bro, is if somebody tells you, hey, I'm thinking about listing it, I'm thinking about keeping it, don't push back and don't ignore it. Just say, yeah, that honestly, it could be the best option for you, just to see if I can help. And then you can ask another question. So it just disarms them right there. You know what I mean? But dude, you stayed in there and you hung in there. So good job with hanging in there and getting on the questions.
Thanks, appreciate you. Yeah, it was definitely kind of threw me for a loop, but let's try to bounce back and get the next one.
Wasn't a bad call, bro. Keep it up.
No, it's good, man. Keep that momentum going. And yeah, 100% everything John said. Yeah,
Purpose of the call.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just reminded him. Yeah, like I think it's James Shirty, home buyers. Yeah, why'd you fill out the form then? Right, just bringing up like I don't like to do it as abruptly as that, but it's more kind of like subtle. Like, oh, if you don't remember, it looks like you might have filled out a form. Yeah,
why'd you fill out the form then, motherfucker?
Right, little bitch.
Little bitch. You could say that in the beginning too. Looks like you filled out a form on our website about possibly selling your house on Main Street. Kind of reminding. Little bitch.
Let's throw that in the beginning too.
Little bitch. Right.
Round 2.
Ky, your voice makes me like you have this like late night DJ voice. And it makes me have a late night DJ. Usually I'm like super energetic, but then I have like a late night DJ voice because you have a late night DJ voice.
That's too funny. Yeah, I've been hearing that ever since I got on the phones.
You're putting it.
Well, hey, Candace, this is Frank Mejia, and I'm giving you a call about your property that I see. It looks like you filled out one of our forms online down in Las Vegas.
I don't think so.
Well, it could have been a possible. One of my partners may have called in this week and may have talked to you a little bit about it. It's off of Kiska Avenue. Is that right?
Okay. What's this regarding?
Yeah, it looks like my partner mentioned that there may be a possibility that you may be looking at options, either looking at moving or selling your property. Just wanted to see how we could help you out with that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get calls about that all of the time. So I'm willing to sell the house for $375,000. That is it.
Gotcha. Okay, that's a pretty big number. How'd you come to that?
Zillow, and honestly, I get calls every single day for somebody asking if I want to buy my house. They usually want to give me like $200,000. So I decided if anybody wants it for $375,000, they can have it. Otherwise, I'm not interested. That's what I told them.
Gotcha. Yeah, gotcha. Okay. And again, the purpose of the call is really trying to help identify an opportunity where either one, our company can come in and meet you where you're at, or two, if it's not in the deck of cards, definitely like to just at least let you know why it may not be in the deck of cards. But can you tell me more about the property? I'm curious. Is this an actual rental? Or are you living in it currently?
I know I have renters in it. They're actually moving out pretty soon. So I don't know if I'm going to keep it or sell it, depending on how I feel when the time comes. So that's where the 375 comes from.
Yeah, totally.
If somebody gives me that, then that kind of makes up my mind on which way I would go, whether keep on renting it to people or selling it. It's 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, good condition.
Totally. Okay. And I'm more concerned. And if you actually do want to sell it, I mean, you got any problems currently with your tenants that you got in there?
No, but they are looking to move out and get their own place very soon. So that's where I may be actually interested in selling it because I am tired of doing the landlord thing.
Totally. How long have you been doing that?
You're connecting to my car. Hold on. All right. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, perfect.
So I was going to ask, so about how long have you been a landlord?
I bought the house I think, and it's been rented out since maybe 2016.
Gotcha. So if you don't want to really do the whole landlord thing, I mean, what's the plan after you sell? Are you going to buy another one? What's the goal?
Nope, the goal is if I get 375, I can pay off the house I'm in now.
Oh, that's a huge goal. Totally.
Yes, so that's where that number kind of came from. I saw it on Zillow. It said roughly like 370, and I was like, perfect. If I get 375 for it after capital gains and everything else, and taxes, whatever other stuff I have to pay for, it would be enough to pay off the house I'm in currently. Yeah, that's the power of real estate, right? What's the current mortgage on your current property? 240,000.
Gotcha. So you're close. You're not too far off, huh?
No, I'm real close. If I sold it for 275, I think I'd be right there in that range. I put the windows on the house I'm in now. I might even be able to pay off my windows.
Nice. Totally. I mean, that's an amazing goal. I mean, the number one thing I'd like to know too, just on average, I mean, if you had the most ideal situation come to place, I mean, is there anything that would keep you from not selling your property?
No,
not at all.
Just the amount. I just want to be able to pay off my house and hopefully my windows and pay off the capital gains and everything else and be even. So basically price is the only reason I wouldn't sell. Got you.
And are you open to the traditional offers, like traditional real estate, get a real estate agent, or are you open to cash offers?
Yeah. Whatever the number ends up with enough money in my pocket, I'm open to whatever that looks like. Yeah. And if I have to keep it for another year and rent it for another couple years and see what happens with the market, I'm open to just letting it all kind of come out however it works.
Okay, so and let's just say you came and you got some offers, but they came in just a little lower, but it could help you pay off your house. Would it be worth it for you?
Just a little lower than a couple thousand or 50,000, because that's a big difference.
Yeah, I hear you on that. To be honest, right now, I don't have enough information to tell you off the top if it's going to be $1 or if it's going to be $50,000. I just really don't know. But let's just say it helps you pay off your house and you have your goals to attach to it. What if it helped you pay off the house?
Wait, well, I don't understand what your question is exactly, because whatever, if I said, I guess I'm not selling it for less than something close to what I have in my head. Like, I've already kind of looked at the numbers. I talked to a tax accountant, and that's kind of the number that gets me what I want. So I really want to stick close to that. I'm open to like a few $1,000 difference, but I'm not looking at like $25,000, $35,000, $50,000 less. And I do know most investors are trying to get a deal. I want to offer $200,000, $250,000 for the house, and I could easily get $350,000.
Okay, so if I'm hearing you right, so if an offer came in at around $250,000, that's not worth it to you, and you'd rather just play the market and just keep your tenant in there, or go through another round, another cycle of maybe having a good tenant, maybe not having a not so good of a tenant, if you didn't get your number?
If I can't get my number, I definitely would consider I'm waiting for them to give me the final go ahead that they've found a place and on their own, which is obviously the goal of the renter, hoping that, you know, my tenants are successful and can move on with their lives that way. So it's all kind of contingent upon that. I have no problem telling them it's time for them to leave. If somebody were to come in and give me $375 today, I would just only have 30 days to go. But until that happens, I'm open to just.
Yeah. So if you got the right number, you tell them the 30 days, you got to get out of here.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Gotcha. Okay. I think that's how it works as a landlord, right?
Yes, absolutely. If somebody would offer me, you know, a great number, I would be able to pay off my house and take that next step. And I definitely would be happy to not have to look for the renters when they do move out. And, you know, they've already told me they're looking at buying sooner than later. Out for them, but also I have to look out for what's best for me as well and my family.
Gotcha. Okay. So you've done your research. You've been checking out Zillow. Zillow's telling you one thing. I mean, what happens? I mean, if you had to go through a situation where an actual cash buyer was to give you some money and help you with your goal, right? And you didn't have to have the burden, and you could have a little bit more peace of mind, but it was slightly lower than what you thought. There wouldn't be a chance that you would consider that opportunity to move on and not have to worry about the house anymore?
I guess it depends on what you mean by slightly different. If we're talking about $10,000 and they're going to need $365,000 cash, well, then yeah, I'm going to say that's fair, you know, but I'm not going to go forward and being able to pay off my house I'm in currently after taxes and fees and things.
Gotcha. Yeah, just, you know, with the current state of the real estate market, you know, that's just the area of opportunity for, you know, either you come in with a wholesale, like a whole brand new buyer has to do FHA. They have to get a loan. Rates are around 7% right now. You got to pay sellers, commissions. You got to do a whole bunch of stuff. So at the end of the day, it seems like you would be getting more of a benefit versus whoever comes in. I think there could be a potential challenge to get you all the way up to 300,000 or 350,000. I think there could be some potential challenges in that if you want a quick, fast, easy, painless sale. Yeah.
And like I said, I get calls about that every single day, if not 3 times a day.
You want to take a chance and try to work with them? You want to work with them, John, or are you good? No?
I'd just shoot your shot. Yeah, I'd shoot your shot. I think we're running down. We get a bunch more leads to call, so I'd shoot your shot, see what she says. If not, just call her back offline and do another one.
Send me an offer in writing, and I will sleep on it.
But I just word it like that. So if I talk to my team, they come back at 300K. Would you consider it, or should I not even bother?
Let me ask you this: if I were to go back, I mean, we're kind of at the end of the day in our office. We can definitely set up a call for a follow-up call. But if I got back to my team and they said, "Hey, we could give him between 250 to 300,000," is that even worth giving you a call back, or?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely. I have a friend of mine that said if I'm ever ready to sell, that it's a good time to get rid of a starter home.
Yeah, I got you. Again, that would be
on the market.
That would be a pain free.
Right now, so.
Yeah, that would be a pain, kind of like a pain list. We could close on your time frame. That would be not having to deal with real estate commissions and fees and all that other extra stuff that comes along with it.
I do understand that, but also a little bit of a headache for another $50,000 is not something to,
Okay.
combat.
All right. Well, why don't I do this? I'll text you my information after we get off the phone, and if you have any thought to it, maybe later on this week, give me a quick caller. We'll go from there.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Okay, bye.
All right, so a couple things, bro. First of all, man, that was already a big improvement. Like the fact that you're able to watch what we're texting. I don't know. Can everybody else see what we're texting in the private chat?
No. Yeah, if anyone doesn't know, me and John are giving coaching in the back of the private chat.
Yeah, so we're giving coaching like during some of the calls. And if you guys haven't been in Frank's shoes, it's really hard to read and then figure out how you're going to word it. The main thing though, bro, that I want you to realize what you did super well. Did you notice when you said, hey, if I were able to, if you were to sell this property, what would be the plan? She goes, I want to pay off my mortgage. Right. And how much was her mortgage? It was like 225, right?
40 or something. Yeah, something like that.
240,
240,
like
something.
that, right? And so little tweak is just go deeper on that, right? Oh gosh, I bet the payment, I mean, that's got to be a couple grand. So you would be able to get a couple grand back in your pocket at the end of the day. Well, I mean, let's say that we were able to help you. It was the wording on that because I was texting you, so I couldn't like give you like, oh, let me give him the exact wording. But
yeah,
that was really good, bro, because you noticed that when you got her there, she was starting to get into result-based thinking of like, oh, I could pay off my mortgage with this house. That would be awesome. Right. And that would have helped her come down a lot. And so just going deeper on that. Right. Yeah. I mean, I know for me, like paying off the mortgage is a huge thing, just not having to worry about those payments anymore. So, I mean, let's say role play with me for a second, Frank. I mean, let's say we could help you pay off your mortgage. First off, how soon would you actually want to have that mortgage paid off?
Like yesterday.
Okay. Well, I can't go back in time. So we're going to have to set a timeline in the future, but so you're thinking like in the next 3 weeks?
I'd like to have it done like as soon as possible. I really like to get that house off my shoulders and it free up more opportunities for me for other things that I'm looking to do.
Really? Like what?
Yeah. Well, kids are, doing travel baseball and they're going around the country and they take up, they're eating me out of house and home right now. So, you know, it would be nice to not have to come out and pay $2,000 on top of having to worry about everything else that I got to worry about.
We just had a seller that we helped. Same thing. His kid was in travel baseball. Man, it's expensive, right?
It's crazy expensive, and it's not even guaranteed.
Of course. So, I mean, let's say I was able to get you enough to pay off the mortgage, right? I could help you with that, and then maybe like another, I don't know, $50,000 to $60,000 in your pocket just to help out with the travel ball. If I was able to do that in the next 3 weeks, I mean, what would be your biggest concern at that point?
I don't think I'd have a concern.
So that would be getting him down to like the 300 novation that we just said, because instead of me pitching it as an offer of this is how much we're offering, it's like, hey, this is the problems that I'm helping you with. Does that make sense for you, bro?
It does.
That was great, bro, though. Like that was,
yeah,
it was a lot
100%.
better, dude.
No, I think just like John said, much improved. You sound a lot more calm, like in control, and your tonality is better. And,
yeah, getting people to open up for sure.
But cool. But yeah, let's call the next one. Let's get one. Let's call one. We'll try one more quick on there, and then we're gonna go on and let you pick your own lead. So.
Got you. Yeah, you can pick whatever if you want. You can just pick whatever. I'm not picky.
I comped that one pretty quick, by the way. I think you might have some room to go up. I gave you conservative numbers, but honestly, dude, I think you can call that back and get. I think you might be able to novate that depending on how the photos look from, like if they look like on Zillow. You might be able to novate that for like 325.
The person you're trying to reach.
Is that what you're seeing, Ky? Like
some of the neighbors went for a bit more when I first looked at it. So yeah, I would definitely just keep her on like a follow-up drip. Just put her on Investor Bug and put
you're seeing like 400, right? Some of those comps.
Yeah, some even a little higher, but yeah. But yeah, 445.
Depends how much you're trying to make. I like to make 50K on my deals, but if you're cool with a little 15K ripper, dude, I think you can get that. You could probably get her down to 350 on that first call pretty easy.
Yeah, we didn't really even go into condition of the property too, which
who cares?
I need to get who gives a fuck, right?
Get it steep enough, it doesn't matter, bro. That would literally just be a question, be like, hey, the properties, the photos that you have online from when you put it as a rental, the tenant's tearing it up since then, or it looks the same? They're like, no, it looks the same. You got your.
Hey, good afternoon. Can I speak with Richard?
Hello?
Richard, can you hear me? Richard.
Hello?
Maybe that was one of his voicemails. I don't know.
I just called back.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
He got my ass.
Was it? Yeah.
Hey, if it was, I get those sometimes. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being a grown adult and having your voicemail be, hello, just got you? Some of these must be
Terrible
cold calls.
service. He's in terrible service. He just texted me. All right, we'll call him back.
Gotcha.
We're going to be able to buy a lead next, right?
Yeah, let's see that real quick. All right, cool. So I'm going to show you guys the platform. Let's hopefully they figure out how to share. How do I share screen? All right, let's figure this out. Share screen. Entire screen. Oh, cool. You guys see that? Cool. So can you guys see this?
Yeah, we got you,
You
bro.
guys see it? All right, cool. So yeah, Frank, so we're going to pick an exclusive one. So let you pick any market in particular. You want Texas?
Doesn't matter. Cali's cool. Cali.
All right.
Damn,
They
both
just
of the
revamped their
people.
whole. Hey, good afternoon. Can I speak with David?
Okay, so calling.
David, this happens to be Frank Mia giving you a call. I'm interested to know about your property down on Fisher Avenue. You got a minute to talk about it?
All right, quick thing, bro. Correct me if I'm wrong, but these are inbound leads, right? Like they should be filling out forms. Or are these cold call leads mixed in?
They are. I think some are cold. I might have mixed in, but most of them I tried to pick the ones that were inbound.
Inbound.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So outbound leads, you don't have that luxury of saying, "Hey, you filled out a form." But think about like from a psychology perspective. If you say, "Hey, I'm interested in your property on Main Street," what do they feel at that point when you say, "I'm interested in your property"?
Guarded.
They have something that you
Central.
want, right? Versus the other way around, right? So I really actually like your, I was just calling to see how I can help out. I like how you do that. I think it sounds great. The thing is, you don't need to say, hey, I just saw that you, or you don't have to say, I'm interested, or is this, it's like, hey, Frank, yeah, I just saw you filled out a form on our website about possibly selling the home on Main Street. Was just calling to see how we could help, and then ask your next question. I like that frame a lot more than, hey, I'm interested to talk to you, because then it makes it sound like, you know, they have the thing that you want. And so that would be my only feedback there, bro. But did we buy the lead already?
We did, yep. Yeah, so I just got this one, and then I stopped the share. So let me show it to you guys real quick to you so you can see all the info. But I'm going to put that in there for you so you can call it. I just didn't want to
blast it
share
out
the
for
personal
everybody.
info.
Everybody's calling at the same time.
Right.
I just got
Guys
5 calls
blown
back
up.
to back. How many people are in the waiting room? Do you know?
So this is it right here. This is it.
I think Frank has, yeah, that one. There's the address.
There's a bunch of people in the waiting room, so everyone's pumped. So hopefully, definitely everyone's pumped.
But yeah, that's what we got here. Let me go back. Entire screen, boom. So yeah, we just got this guy. Looks like he just came in 626 today. He's in San Antonio since I got to pick it. Yeah, looking to sell it the next month. Owner occupied. Said not listed, and you see all that. And they added a feature too. You can see something which is pretty cool. Is they actually have the AI. They can analyze the recording.
Hey, Fidel.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Frank Mia with Mia Real Estate Investing, calling about the property that I just looks like it just came on my website not too long ago, and down in San Antonio.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just hoping to see if you were interested in the idea of selling that place, or did you already get it taken care of?
I'm good. I'm sorry. Okay, this was out of nowhere. Okay, can you tell me again?
Yeah, I was calling. It looks like you filled out some information on the website just recently about a property down on Valley Forge Avenue.
Yes.
Right. Perfect. I appreciate you taking the call so far, and a couple things. One, purpose of the call is just trying to identify if this is something that, one, we'd like to buy, or two, if we can get it approved or pre-approved. We love to help you out with either a cash offer. Just like to get some more information on how we can serve you today.
Well, all I wanted to know is, we're trying to sell a house. We're not in a hurry to sell anything, but that's the plan. So we're looking to see, we can get an offer from, whatever company, and that's where we at right now.
Gotcha. Okay. Again, these calls usually take anywhere from 5, 10, 15 minutes. And at the end of the call, really, we want to make sure, one, we can identify if this is something that our company would like to either move forward on, or if not, we'll tell you why. While I pull up the property, can you just catch me up to speed? What's got you even considered to want to sell it right now?
Well, we're almost done paying the house. So we actually want to get a house with a bigger lot. That's our thing right now. We have kids, and I wanted to be in the back of that, on the patio or whatever, with how do you say it? Bigger lot, right? That's all I can say.
Bigger space,
big
more
lot.
space.
Like a bigger space, like acres. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Something like that. So we want to get out a little bit out of San Antonio, but close to San Antonio still, because our jobs are here.
Yeah.
So something like that. Yeah, that's what we're planning.
Gotcha. Okay. And about how long have you been in this place?
10 years. Yeah, about 10 years. Yeah.
Is this your starter home?
Is it what?
Is this your starter home? Your family's first official home?
Yes, it is.
Oh man, I remember my first starter home. I'll tell you that it made it hard to want to like separate.
Yeah.
Do you got your eyes on kind of where you want to go once you figure things out a little bit more? What's the plan?
Yeah, we're looking forward. We're trying to see if we can get somewhere by what is the name? Man, I forgot the name. I'm trying to remember right now. Hold on, let me take up.
Okay.
Good job.
Somerset. There you go. Somerset. It's close by San Antonio. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Okay. And you said that your kids are, how old are your kids?
They're little. My little one is like 4 years old, and the other one is 12.
Gotcha. Okay. So you need something big enough for your 12-year-old, but also something where you can keep an eye on your youngest one.
Yeah, because all the the family comes over and stuff like that. So, and there's a bunch of kids, so so they can have a place to play.
Yeah, totally. When I was little, man, my parents would be like, "Get out of the street, or you're gonna go get hit by cars." So you need something that has a little bit more space.
Yeah.
Do you know about how much like the houses that you're looking at? I mean, how much do you need to buy one?
Well, I mean, we've been looking, and they go around 300, from like 270 to 300 with like 4 acres. And so it's outside San Antonio, that's why they're kind of like a little bit more cheaper.
Gotcha. Okay.
Than the inside. So that's why we want to go out, because you get more land, and the prices are not too high compared to here.
Gotcha. And do you currently hold a balance on this current property?
I still have about $10,000 balance on the house.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. So So roughly about how much do you think you need to get into that new dream home?
Honestly, well, the plan is give a down payment of $150,000. That's the plan that we're doing. That we want. Okay. But there's other things that we want to do too, like pay the rest of the whatever this house, and have a little bit more for whatever stuff that we need to get rid of, like some credit cards. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Okay, so you got some credit card bills. Do you know how much about you owe in credit card bills? You feel comfortable sharing?
Well, a while back we asked for a loan, so we're talking about maybe around 15,000. Yeah.
Gotcha. So about 15 plus you got about 10, so about 25 just in stuff that you got to pay off to get. Do you have any other things like cars or anything that you have to pay off just to?
No, I do, but I'm not gonna put that into the whole selling this house, pay everything thing.
Gotcha.
But I mean, we have a mindset on some price, on something that we want to get for this house. I don't know if we can get it, but that's what we're trying.
Gotcha. And are you looking or working with the traditional like real estate agent? Or are you looking at just seller finance opportunities? I mean, how are you working that?
We're looking whatever is safe. Yeah, it doesn't matter how we do it. It's just safe, and like no problems with money or anything like that.
Gotcha. Okay. A big question, I think, for many of us. I mean, we just don't know what the future holds, right? Especially with kind of where we're at. But let's just say I can get you enough to buy the next house. potentially help you pay off credit cards and take care of the last house.
Yeah.
Right. Would that be enough? Would that be enough for you?
Okay. So how much are we talking about?
Yeah, totally. That's something that I would like to learn a little bit more too, because obviously I'm just learning more about your property today, and essentially we want to at least come through and help get you at least one pre-approved, or two, get you something close that you can think about.
Okay.
Right. Do you have a number in mind? What you think?
Well, I mean, the house needs some work. I mean, look, the house is the same since we bought it. We haven't touched it. It moves, you know, like the foundation moves. Okay. So he has that, but every house here in San Antonio, you know, has that problem. So I don't know what to tell you about that, but he has that problem.
Yeah, I'm looking at line. Are all the pictures online kind of current, like what it looks like today? Like
yeah. Whatever you see, whatever you see in the picture online is the same thing. We haven't really done anything to the house.
Okay. I could see why it's time to get a change then, if that's the case.
Yeah.
And again, about how much did you say that you think you need to make all that happen? Kind of with the current state of the property.
The roof is new, so since I didn't have on the question thing that I was putting, there's no saying it comes with everything. So the roof is the only thing that is new is the roof. Like about 7 years we installed it new, so it's a 20-year. I think it's 20 or 30-year roof.
Yeah.
So you still have a lot to go. That's the only thing we did new. Everything else we haven't touched anything else. I mean, something breaks and we fix that. That's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Garbage disposal goes out. You put a new garbage. I mean, that's
new. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But you might have to replace the how do you call it? Because I mean, it is an old house, so you might replace the cabinets and stuff like that because they're old. I mean, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like stuff that if you want to sell the house, you want to like make it better looking or whatever to be able to sell it for the price that you want, right? So I think there's a lot of stuff that you might have to fix, you know.
Gotcha.
But so with all that, because the house is for the city is like $200 and something thousand, but I know we can't get that. So we're looking at least around 180.
Gotcha. Okay. That helps a lot, man. I do appreciate you. The one big question I have, and I always like to ask, man, is there anything else I haven't asked you that you think would be important if you were in my shoes?
Okay. Say it again.
Yeah. I mean, you've told me a lot about the property. I mean, is there anything else that you think would be important if you were in my shoes? If I'm going to buy your house, is there anything that maybe...
Well, for me, that thing, the leveling the house or putting, make it better for the foundation, I think that the most important, I think it's the most expensive thing that the house has.
Yeah.
Everything else, depending on what you want to do to the house, but that's different. But like I said, the way we bought it is still the same way. Like if you see the picture, it's still the same thing.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. I'm not gonna get surprised, right?
Yeah.
Question: How did you come up with 180?
Because that would help us out and stay with the stuff that I told you.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that's kind of like where we have our mindset. Okay, we're gonna be able to pay these and these and these, and you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it's good to have a mindset like that, but in regards to where we're at with kind of like the condition of the property, I think there could be some opportunities really where we need to. Again, I'm not the one that makes the final decision. My job is to get as much information from you as possible. Right?
Yeah.
Right. Let's just say.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. So that's what I'm saying. Like that's the only thing I can like the most expensive thing. That's what it is. But anything else, I mean, we don't have trouble or anything. I mean, it has AC, it has everything.
Yeah. Well, you told me that it needs foundation. It also needs all new everything inside, right?
Well, I mean,
what would you say is a fair price? What do you think would be a fair price for what it sits currently
just read
right
what
now?
I said. After this, just
So I wouldn't be able to tell you because
Pause.
you know, like the same way we bought it.
Back on the phone.
You know,
Pause.
like anybody else can buy it.
Pause.
You know what I mean? Like,
put him on hold, and then say
Go
I'm
ahead,
going to
Tom.
talk to
Go
my
ahead.
team.
Yeah, we're on mute. We're on mute.
Yeah.
We bought it like
Tell him
right?
you're going to talk to your team and put him on like a 2-minute hold. We'll game plan this.
They told us about the situation about the house. And
You're doing great,
honestly, all these 20 years has been the same. Like, we haven't done anything, and it trips and everything, but we haven't had any, like, really real problems with the house, but that it does move a little. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, are we moving like California, like an earthquake?
No.
All
Not
right.
like that.
All right. Well,
No, it's just like once a year, like depends on the weather.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like that.
Well, can you do, Fidel? Can you do me one quick favor? Can you stand on a quick hold real quick? There's a few things that I need to just go back to the team, talk about real quick, and see what we can do. Is that all right? Don't go anywhere. I'm just going to put you on a brief hold.
Okay.
Sure.
Go ahead, Ky, if you got something. I
No,
thought
I
you
think you have a good job. Handle it. I think right here. You followed the script, followed the process. I think everything.
We think we could do a novation at 150K. You're not far off. You're at 180, right? Now, remember his big thing was getting 150,000 for the down payment on the next house, right? So what I want to do is when I call him back, I want to say, all right, brother, let's say that I'm able to get you like the $150,000 for the down payment of the next house. Like, you're able to walk away with that, right? You don't have to worry about any of these repairs. You don't have to worry about the foundation, which, as you know, that could cost tens of thousands of dollars. Like, you don't have to worry about any of that. And we're able to help you kind of move on from this in the next, find out his timeline first, but then like in the next 30 days or however soon he's wanting to do it. If we did all that for you, what would be your biggest concern? And if he says nothing, I want you to go for the close. And so, like, you're not far off. He said 180. You can really put like 150. You could do a novation here. It looks like, honestly, we don't know what's going on with the foundation. So that would be something you probably want to send somebody out for. But Kyla's right next door, so Ky can go down there. I'm just kidding, Ky. But but I would do that, man. So find out his time frame, find out when he wants to buy the next house. Ask him if you could help him with the $150,000 down. Like, what would his biggest concern be? Like, okay, if you want to do it in the next 30 days, let's say I was able to do it in the next 30 days. I'm able to get you the down payment for the next house. You said you wanted to put down 150, right? If we did that for you, what would be your biggest concern? Nothing. All right, cool. Well, here's what I'll do. I'll type up an agreement outlining all that, and then we'll walk through the next steps. That'd be like all that. That's kind of where I'm at now. I have some more feedback for after, but hit him with that first, and then let's see if we can close it.
All right, let's see.
Time frame.
Fidel. Hello.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? All right, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So, told me a lot about the house, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Let's just say, hypothetically, I was able to get you the next down payment, right? If I was able to get you $150,000 for your next down payment, you didn't have to deal with anything else with this property. You didn't have to worry about dealing with the foundation or whatever else needs to be done.
Yeah. Okay.
What concerns do you have?
Well, do you have to pay the $10,000?
Could you still buy the next house?
Could you still buy the next house?
No, I still have to pay the $10,000 to finish buying this house. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Could you put down 140?
Yeah, maybe, but man, but it's not gonna work, man. It's like I told you, like the amount that we're looking for is kind of like we're we're thinking about, so because
He's on
I
mute.
get it, it has.
Yeah,
problems
wait for him to
and,
finish whatever and be like, hey, man, I
things, so
completely
that's why
understand.
we
If I
went
was
down.
you, of course, I'd want to get as much
That
as I
would
can
be
for the house.
kind of like a
But
situation
here's the
with
deal. I
whoever
went up to
wants
bat for your
buy it,
team. I
right?
want to help you. I want to get a deal done. But, this needs
If I
foundation.
fix everything,
That's
well, then
costly. You
I'll
know
sell the house
that.
for like 200.
Nothing's been
What?
updated since you
What is
bought
it?
it. And like, it's
What
just,
is it right
let's be
now?
honest, it's not up to 2025 standards. For us to do this,
Well,
we're going to have to go in and do a lot of work. So,
right now.
Yeah, I hear you on that.
Yeah.
I think the number one thing is, when I go up to bat and, try to get this approved for getting you into your next dream situation where you could go take care of your family and make sure that your kids have a bigger yard and get them moved out of this. I don't want to say it's slightly not 2025 version of your best quality of life living situation right now, but the next person who comes into the situation is going to have to deal with all your problems that you left behind in this house, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why, okay, I have to put like numbers on what is you need to fix here, whatever, whoever buys it, right? So I have to put numbers, and I start going down from those numbers, like to see how much I can get for it, knowing, okay, you're gonna pay this amount, so okay, but then I go lower. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like from 200 and let's say 240. I would say, okay, well, I gotta waste $30,000 or $20,000 fixing the foundation. I mean, we did talk to a bunch of different companies about how much they were gonna charge you.
Yeah.
So the most expensive one is, they go from like $20,000 to $40,000.
He's on mute.
Yeah. So I'm going to guess. So 25K foundation, right? So Zillow has your house at this. We're looking at 25. I just literally just break it down. We're looking at like at least 25 for the foundation. We're going to update those kitchens and bathrooms. Honestly, we're going to have to do a lot of work to get this up to 2025 standards.
And then I have to go down from, okay, well, I have to fix
Let him finish.
the driveway. There
and then,
goes one. That's another
commissions.
thing. I have to fix the driveway. So that's another, I don't know, $20,000.
Okay, no, I didn't say that. Driveway. Yeah.
So that's $40,000 already went down. You know what I mean? That's how I go.
Yeah, and then and then on top of that, you get someone in there that needs to be first time home buyer. They have to have specific measures for if they're going to get a loan. So again, we're at 40,000 just on the foundation. Plus we got to do kitchen. Plus we got to do all the interior, and then we got to do bathrooms. I mean, that's we're closing in on like 60, 80. We're almost at like 100,000 just on getting it up to 2025 speed. Plus you still got to deal. Yeah, then everything always pops. Then we have to have carry costs, because we're gonna have to probably get construction loans and everything else and fees. But then when we actually go sell it on the market, then we're gonna have to pay closing costs and commission. So it does on our side too. It's gonna be.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah. So again.
That's why. That's what I'm saying. I'm just checking, see what is what is the offers I get from people
shopping.
that like to buy houses like that, like your company, or maybe try to sell it to, which most likely that's where we're gonna go for, try to sell it just normal, like anybody, like how do you say it, owner to owner or whatever. Or with the real estate or whatever, but maybe we can get a little more like that.
Yeah, totally get it. But after we've ran through kind of like comparables, we've kind of walked through on our team. We've walked through kind of what the construction costs are going to cost us. I mean, we're right at 150, and I think that's extremely fair.
Damn, 150. Shit. Okay. No, I get it. I understand. I mean, I could go a lot of the work by myself, because, I work on doing all cabinets and everything, remodeling houses, so I could just fix it. And the only thing I cannot fix is the foundation. That's the only thing that I will have to pay for.
Yeah, I think it's important, again, to remind you, I think the number one thing you told me in the beginning of this call was you didn't want to have to deal with all that. So if you had an opportunity... If you had an opportunity where you didn't have to do all that, and you can get your kids and your wife into that dream house, and you didn't have to worry about fixing everything and spending time and spending money that you don't got to do it,
Yeah.
Would that help?
No, you're right. I mean, it sounds good and everything, but like I said, let me see what else comes out, and I guess if anything, I can just go back.
Yeah. What would your wife say if she heard about the offer right now?
Oh, she's right here.
Yeah. What does she think?
No, honestly, she wants more than I want.
So that's how much you think it's worth after you fix it.
I already told her, that the house has, some problems and they cost money.
Yeah. If you did everything yourself, how much do you think it'd be worth if you went and did all the repairs?
Well, the only thing that if I repair everything, the only thing left is going to be my. Okay, first of all, whenever we talk about repair, we're talking about fixing what is broken. You know what I mean? Because the value of the house is the way it is. It's like, how can I say? Like, if I fix the foundation and I fix whatever is broken, and it stays where it is, I mean, I'm still talking about over $200,000. You know what I mean? Because the house, that's what it's worth. I mean, that's
so
what
Zillow says your house is worth
$233.
The tax roll is way less than that, man. Like, so just going off of Zillow, off the repairs you said it needs. Our offer is more than fair. Yeah, we're gonna get the finish line.
That's how I bought it, and the prices went
You're not
up.
gonna get more than this, man. Like, what do you want to do? I just push hard here back on him. Just go for a hard, strong close, and then if he doesn't, then fuck it.
Yeah, I hear you on that. I'm looking at the actual county. The county has it appraised much lower than what Zillow has. I think with all the problems that you talked to me about, which you addressed, which is definitely getting you out of this place and getting that big backyard that you've dreamed of for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
I definitely think that
on the county
190.
Yeah, 190.
Zillow's at 233.
Yeah,
and then you already told me it needs foundation, it needs this, it needs that. Yeah, just work the numbers back one more time and be like, this is why it's fair.
And then you've told me again, it needs foundation. It needs everything. You haven't done anything to it since you bought it 10 years ago, and it's been in its original place. So it probably needs everything that we talked about: kitchen, bathrooms, flooring. You took care of the roof, but you live in Texas, right? So there's probably hailstorms and everything else. So there's probably a lot more.
Not here though. Yeah, we haven't had any, and not in this area where I am. I mean, it has been, hailstorms here, but not exactly where I live. So that's the only good thing about it right now.
Yeah, just
I mean, the roof looks good. I mean, it's not bad or anything. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, good. Forget
but everything else, like you said, it does have all those problems, and we need to fix them. So I think the most expensive is the foundation.
Yeah.
But
so that's why we're at 150. It's more fair. What do you want to do here?
I'll give you a call if anything. Is that okay?
Yeah. You know what? My name's Frank. If you have think about it tonight, give me a call tomorrow or later on this week. Let me know what you want to do.
All right, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. I think you got the one earlier, the one that we were talking about with the novation. I think you can go back and offer them a little bit more. My big feedback for that one, bro. First of all, I like your tonality a lot. I think you sound relaxed. I think your tone is really good. And one of the things you naturally do is you go into future pacing a lot. So into this future state, you kept bringing back up the backyard and bringing back up his future state. That's where you sell people. The reason I was saying like, hey, I think we lost it, we might want to cut it, is when you start arguing back and forth, rarely do those deals close. Like once you start arguing, you're like, yeah, but this. And he's like, yeah, but I could get more money. Yeah, but I can get this. That's where it starts to become an argument. Those deals rarely close. For you, I think the main focus, and you did a really good job with this, is when you said, hey, let's say I was able to get you $150K for the next down payment. Like, would that be enough? He goes, yeah, but it's like, I'd have to worry about the other 10,000. Right. Okay. Fair enough, man. And like, would it be possible for you to put maybe 140 down on the next house versus 150? And so role play this with me for a second. So, cause this is how you want to conceptualize this, right? Would it be possible for you to be able to put down, or would you be completely opposed to putting down maybe 140,000 versus like the 150 that you originally planned?
You know what? I just don't have enough information, but it doesn't sound like we're that far off. I mean,
Yeah, and that's
I'd
what
have
I'm
to.
here for, man. I'm here to kind of walk through all of that. At the end of the day, like $10,000 on a mortgage is going to be a couple of bucks a month, right? So, I mean, what's more important to you at this point? Is it like that couple bucks a month, or is it being able to get into that house for your kids so you guys aren't having to worry about a faulty foundation and all the repairs that need to be done?
Yeah, totally. We've had to endure the last 10 years with it, and my wife is on my ass about it.
Man, do you want to keep dealing with all that if you didn't have to?
If I didn't have to, I'd have it in an ideal boat where I have something more fresh, more brand new to get to live in.
And realistically, man, can you make that happen with the 140,000 that we have on the table to help you get to the next property?
Possibly.
Yeah, man. Well, let's talk about that, right? And then I would like start pulling up the property until I get a yes. I would start pulling up the properties I was looking for, how much is the down payment, kind of figure all that stuff out. But that was the part, I think you actually had them really close to closing right there. Right at that point, that was where I was like, oh, I think we're going to get this. It was when you start going back into like logistics about the appraised value and the amount of work and all of that stuff that gets in. That's when you would say something and he would say, yes, but. So you would say, yeah, but it needs a lot of repairs. And he says, yeah, but I can do the repairs. And then he says, yeah, but it's going to be a pain in the ass. And he's like, yeah, but. And so anytime you hear a yeah, but, what you're doing is you're getting into confrontational with the seller, which you don't want. And so instead, hit me with an objection like, oh, I could just do the repairs myself. And I'll show you kind of how to overcome that.
Yeah, all that work that needs to be done, cabinets, I can do that. I've done it my whole life.
Oh, good, man. Well, that's a huge blessing that we have that on the table. And it could be the best option for you. Just so I know, I mean, what would be the main reason that you would want to maybe just sell the property in its current condition versus, I don't know, waiting like 6 to 12 months, doing all the repairs and hoping it all works out with that?
I still got to work my regular job, and I still gotta get to and from every single day.
Yeah, man, you got your family. Like, how would you? Do you want to give up your weekends, the time that you're more than likely spending with your kids, if you didn't have to?
No, not if I didn't have to. I mean, we have people coming over here every weekend for barbecue.
Yeah. So, I mean, let's say that we could get you the money that you need, right? So that way you can buy the next house. You have more space for the barbecues and you don't have to worry about the house moving, right? If we could do all that for you, what would be your biggest concern?
Just not having enough in the case of an emergency.
Okay, well, that's fair enough, right? And then I'm going to start breaking down, like, what do they have in their bank? Like, that would be figuring out that stuff. And if we can help them with that, we can close it. If we can't, we can't, right? But it's getting them into that result-based thinking. And whenever they give you an objection, instead of saying, yes, but you have to do this, then they say, yes, but I can also do this. It's like, yeah, that could be a good option for you. What's the main reason you don't want to do that? For example, the lady with the tenant. Yeah, you could. I mean, you could just rent the property out again just to see if we can help. What's the main reason you are considering selling it versus just putting another tenant in there? Well, because I want to pay off my mortgage. And now you have they don't argue with you. They tell you why they want to sell. Just a little tiny tweak, bro. But I love your tone. I think your tone's really good. I think your demeanor, like how you're super relaxed, that's really good as well, bro.
Thanks. Appreciate the feedback. Ky too, man.
Yeah, of course, man. You're
guys.
definitely making a lot of improvements, man. And you can see from the early boiler rooms you've been on since we've been working together, man. You're right there. So I definitely keep calling those leads. I know we have somebody to get a chance to call yet, but we're gonna, just for the sake of time, move on, get some other people a shot.
Appreciate you guys, man.
Yeah, man, keep making those calls and let us know how it goes with those leads. And that guy too, I'd follow up with him. He's not gonna get that offer. Yes, I'd follow back up. He liked you. Like I'd hit him up and I'd put him again in the drip campaign investor plug. And just get him back on the line.
Remember, that's a novation 150K too. I think we were we were like 110, 115 for
for cash. Sure. Yeah, that house seen fucking everything. They're smoking crack. But all good. All right, bro. I'm pulling this in.
Thanks, guys. All right.
Oh, let's see who we got. I'll make it sound. Oh, there we go. We got Brent. All right, so we got Brent. Hopefully Brent's ready to come over. And perfect. And we're gonna do Just the sake of time, we're running behind. We're waiting for Brent. Might as well just buy his lead for him. So I'm sharing screen again. Share screen.
Let's make sure. Let me help you with this because I like to have a methodology with my iSpeed to lead leads.
Perfect.
This is what I like to look for.
Entire screen. Cool. All right, let's let you pick.
Oh man, it's too small. Hold on.
Oh, how do
I see if I can make it bigger? If you can zoom in, I made it bigger on mine.
Yeah, I got you.
All right. So one of the first things I do when you're scrolling through is I look for anything that's not a cold call lead. So like fast cast offers from call leads.
Yeah.
I scroll through until I'm like, I don't really want cold call leads if I'm going to pay for them. There we go. Like Google Ads PPC. And then from there, yes, I own the property. Repairs needed, remodeled, retirement elsewhere. That to me, let's keep going. And while we're waiting on him to hop on, but like go up. Oh. I just want to make sure that's not like in the, it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, but I typically wouldn't buy it just for that reason. But the motivations, like all the motivation things are good for me. Square footage, it's not like super big. That's a lead, like PPC. I'm like, oh hell yeah, I'm gonna buy that. So let's pen that and pen that for later. Let's keep looking to see what else we got. Or waiting. Call leads. I just skipped through those. There we go.
Kalamazoo.
Never heard of her.
No.
Cosmetics, selling rent. 171. That could be a good one. I'd probably pick the other one over that one. But still 0 orders. Keep going. Let's see what else we got. Facebook. Yeah, I mean, one of those two is one of the ones that I'd pick. I always like if I'm like scrounging through iSpeed to lead, I like to look for ideally, you look for the ones that have like the good motivation. The thing about the cold call leads, bro, is the cold call leads sometimes are like, oh, motivation like needs to sell super fast. And it's like, somebody just called me. Whereas PPC, like they had to put that information in.
Yeah, for sure. One of the cool things they just added for that is that you can actually listen to the recording for the call once. I just, for sake of time, we can't. But yeah, you can actually listen to how the call went before you buy it, which is pretty cool.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, just hit analyze recording and the AI will shoot it out for you, a little brief transcript. Nice. But what's going on, Brent? How you doing, man?
What's up, Ky? What's going on, dude? I'm doing all right. Just trying to stay out of the rain out here today.
Where are you based out of, bro?
I'm sorry?
So where are you based out of?
Bell County, Texas.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's definitely raining out here, dude.
Dope. And Texas, I think you've been on the show before, right?
Yeah, dude. This is my second time, dude, and just this is I've been trying to get really back on cold calling, and so it's it definitely helped with that first time to boost the confidence to actually get out there and make cold calls, dude.
Love that. Yeah, man. So if you can do it here, you can do it anywhere.
Yeah, dude. So I'm like, totally stoked. I was like, oh man, I guess we're gonna do it again, baby.
Let's do it, man. Yeah, the bucket pulled you for a reason. So yeah, let's close the deal. I just put that one in there. If you want to call that one first, that's the one we just bought off Speed to Lead. And then I will go ahead and do put the other leads in there too.
For sake of time, I'm assuming we don't want to talk about any of the calls prior. We just want
to. No,
run.
We can. Yeah. Brent, if you want to just mute yourself until somebody answers, and then we can just keep chopping it up.
But just tell me, Brent, real quick while you're doing that, what is the biggest thing that you find yourself struggling with on these calls?
Dude, so I'm definitely a beginner, and I mean, I haven't even got to the point where I actually done a deal yet, dude. So
okay. Well, like when you're talking to sellers, is there a part you feel uncomfortable with, or maybe like you're getting some resistance on?
I feel I don't know, to be honest with you, because I don't have anybody like looking at me or like listening to what
I'm just gonna let you rock this one then, and I'll give you feedback after that. If you don't know, it's completely okay, bro.
Yeah, that's fine, dude. Because I don't, like I said, I got some stuff from Tez Ky, just letting me know what's up, you know. So it was good. I mean, it was good feedback, and I don't have an idea of where I'm stuck at, I guess. So I mean,
we'll find out. If you're a good talker, dude, just leverage that. Talk as much as you can. Ask good questions, and let's see how it goes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure your last one went well.
Yeah, it did. It did. But I mean, she was worried about the contract. So
Yeah, I think she had like a crazy property in Cali or something, right? And it was like, yeah, I don't know what was going on there. It was like 12 ADUs or something. Yeah, but that's all right. We're gonna get you on.
Cool.
Yeah, you can mute
All
yourself.
right.
Start dialing.
All right, cool.
Or mute us.
I will make this call.
You said it was a property in Cali and had what?
Like 12 ADUs, like just like sheds that she were saying were other houses. Yeah, I was like in LA. Like, yeah, I was like, yeah, that's funny. She's like, yeah, it's worth like all these houses.
Yeah, I have 12 ADUs, and an average house in California is $1 million. So $12 million sounds about right.
Yeah, exactly. Have you tried the new AI leads? James and I haven't. If you have, let us know what you think. I haven't had a chance to try them yet. We got Aaron said, how can I join the boiler room? I'll drop the link, and then yeah, if you guys just sign up, then we'll message you on the next one. Let me grab that link real quick, and then yeah, so yeah, we just made one link to make it easier, but yeah, if you guys just go.
Myself? Oh, sorry. Hold on.
There. Oh, you're good.
Gosh dang it.
But yeah, pop it up. Yeah, go to spoilerroom.wholesalingsyndicate.com, and you can register to put your name in the bucket for the next one.
Okay.
And yeah, again, if you guys want to try again.
I'm having issues right now. Let's see what the gosh darn it.
And yeah, if you guys haven't checked out iSpeed Lead, here's their link too. And they're
turning Bluetooth off.
Super awesome for sponsoring this episode.
Connecting. Hold on. Sorry.
You're fine, man. No, you're good. Badass. All right. I'm ready. I feel like we're about to get one. I can feel it in the air.
I can feel it.
I'm back. Sorry. I called the number and just.
Yeah, just call them up. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, if you're having issues meeting or whatever, yeah, just call them. But we're good.
All right. So you want me to call it again?
Yeah, I just double dial that one, and then if not, yeah, just move on to I put the list of the other leads in there too.
Okay, I'll call up. All right. What was that?
And again, yeah, these are your leads too. So yeah, I'm sure you did last time, but yeah, make sure you put them in your CRM or whatever you guys are using, and just make sure. Hopefully, you're using InvestPlug, but whatever you guys are using, make sure you do it and just keep calling. You know, just because they didn't answer now doesn't mean they're not ever going to answer. We've had a bunch of people close deals after the fact.
305. Oh shoot.
And he said, I haven't tried them yet. I think it's way better. They grade them. You can read the transcript and call it before you buy it. Big difference. Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, it makes all the difference, right? It doesn't matter really where the lead's from. If they had a good conversation, they are motivated. And like you listen to the transcript and it sounds like, you know, real one. They weren't just like, you know, fuck you, I'll sell for $1 million. You know, it's huge. Yeah, it's night and day difference. But no, it's badass that you can just go right on their platform and go ahead and, you know, listen to them first.
I actually like who was just on? I just forgot his name. Fuck, Frankie.
Yeah, Frank.
I like he was staying in the saddle. I think the last one I came on, people were like, hey, were you looking to sell? And they're like, yeah. It's like, cool, I'm gonna connect you to my manager.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, you're not even trying, dude. Mm-hmm. Frankie like really stayed in the saddle the entire time. I really respected that.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I've been trying to do a better job just pushing people out of their comfort zone and getting them to do it. So I feel like that's where they're gonna get the most value is, you know, making the calls yourself and dealing with rejection and dealing with whatever, or maybe just even getting it yourself. And
yeah.
There's no better teacher than, you know, being in the game and staying in the game.
Yeah, last time it was like lead manager calls for us.
Yeah. Like, hello, here you go.
Yeah. I'm lost, Daddy.
Yeah, that one was wild. We didn't.
Hey, Larry. The reason for my call, I'm just asking about a property that you own on 9969 Portola Valley Street.
Yes, that's correct.
I'm just wondering. I saw that you might be interested in selling your property, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. And I just wanted to ask, what's the reason behind wanting to sell your property, sir?
It's personal.
Personal?
Yeah, it's personal reason.
Okay. Okay, that's cool. Out of curiosity, what I was asking,
In other words, I don't have to sell it, and I'm going to.
you don't have to sell it, but you're going to?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna.
I don't want to get into all my bullshit on big markets, and you don't want to hear all that.
No, I got.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you, sir. I just wanted to find out what was going on and what the reason was. Because the more I know, just to figure out what we can do for you to help you out, sir. So.
I want
$720,000 for it. And what?
No, I'm sorry, 758,000 for it.
715,000?
No, 758,000.
68,000.
58.
Yeah.
Okay, so what brings you to that number, sir?
Oh, because all the houses selling on my house are going 830, 840.
Okay.
You know, if I get a real estate and you buy homes out cash?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's my price. 758,000.
Okay.
The real sheet says
It's the Miami one, dude.
You know,
Dude's
the
smoking crack.
tax exemption and all that stuff.
We drop it. It should be the
795 and it's
first one on the sheet. I think.
127th, right?
For 1313283.
Yeah. I was like, when I saw that, I was thinking I was looking at the wrong property.
Yeah.
You know what the real sheet is, right?
What was that, sir?
You know what the real sheet is?
The real sheet?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
If
Vegas
you're
one.
a realtor, you should know that.
No.
All the price, well,
Are you talking about like?
the real sheet up, the Ky County appraised my house, 795.
Okay, and
Called the real sheet.
the real sheet.
The
Okay.
score,
Okay.
the score on there that says it's about 95% right.
95% right. Okay, gotcha. Let's see. So I'm
I
definitely
think you call it the ATW sheet too.
the what?
But it says right on the A something sheet, AT something, I can't remember. But anyway, it says real sheet right on that, has all the numbers from the taxes and all that, Clark County tax.
Talking about
Okay. I definitely understand where you're coming from on that, sir. It's just, I'm looking.
That's how I got the number. That's how I got the number.
Okay, but is there any like updates to the house since you've owned the house since you bought it?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm the owner. I bought it 19 years ago.
So you bought it 19 years ago, but you haven't done anything to the house?
Oh yeah, I put it over 200,000.
You've put over 200,000 in it?
Yeah, I got 22,000 worth of porcelain, big porcelain from Spain, mahogany wooden floors, 15,000 in shutters, 10,000 in crown molding.
Okay.
The house well taken care of.
So it doesn't need any updating, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
So.
And the AC that put in $800 last year. 3 new motors.
Okay, so.
I fix it. I fix it. I don't like fall apart.
All right, so Larry, the thing is, so I'm looking at Zillow, and it's saying that your house is the estimate right now is saying 690,000, sir. And
90,000.
690,000. And so that's where I'm kind of curious as to where you got the number of 768.
I can show you. Well, then all the houses around me is selling for 820, 810.
I'm sorry?
All the houses around me are selling for, unless it's selling this is your house.
Okay.
My house has a balcony, 45-foot balcony, patio.
And you're sure there's been updates to this house? Because I'm looking at some of the pictures online, and
Well, that picture's 20 years old.
20 years old. You don't have anything updated?
No, I don't know for what. I just decided to sell it.
Okay, and and what's preventing you from going with a realtor then if you wanted 768?
Because if they wanted to go get 48, 50,000.
They
Take 50,000 off the price.
they wanted to knock 60,000 off the price.
3% each way.
Okay, and I understand.
That's why I didn't list the house.
I'm sorry.
That's why I didn't list the house for the realtor.
Okay.
Anyway, if you're not interested, just tell me you don't want to pay that.
Well, I'm just curious. I just want to know if I were to throw a number out to you, would you even accept that offer or even, entertain the offer?
What's the number?
Well, it definitely wouldn't be 768, but obviously we'd have to look at, updated pictures and see what it looks like in there, as far as when we get in there and look at it and see what's going on there. But I mean, if we were to look in, I don't know, 500.
Damn.
That's not even, you're not even going to entertain it. Like what you say 768, Larry, but what are you really wanting to get out of it, Larry? Because I mean, do you think 768 is going to be realistic?
I want to do less than 720.
720? Even with Redfin and Zillow saying that it's even 690, but you're not. I don't think you're gonna.
Let's say I could get you 650. You didn't have to pay all the realtor fees. You would have to pay that anyway. If I can get you 650. Oh, he hung up?
He hung up on me.
All right, not bad, dude. So one of the big things is when you go into why are you looking to sell that quickly, they're going to get defensive because they don't know you yet. So that's why he said it's personal. And so what I want you to do is on the next call, warm them up a little bit first before you go into that question. Okay. And what I mean by that is like role play with me. I'll not from the very beginning. So I'll start in like kind of the middle of the call. So I'll say, yeah, this first call, it's pretty basic. It's really just more for us to find out a little bit more about the property, like the condition it's in, when you're looking to sell, just to see if we can do any good for you. Are you with me there?
Okay. So
the house, do you live there? Is it a rental for you? What's going on with it? Role play with me for a second.
I actually live there right now.
Oh, really? How long have you lived there?
I lived there for 12 years.
Jeez, man, a long time. Where are you headed next?
To be honest with you, I kind of want to get out of Vegas. It's not my thing.
What's causing you to feel like you might want to get out of Vegas?
It's just too crowded. I just want to go find space elsewhere.
How do you mean by too crowded, though?
I just think a lot of people are moving out of California or elsewhere and want to, go to Vegas and try to live their dream, I guess. I don't know.
You see how I still got to the real reason why you were selling, but I didn't ask you why are you looking to sell, right? Oh. It's like, now you're telling me about your motivation, right?
Yeah.
Like my little Jedi mind trick I just did on you. So I still got to the motivation, but when you ask right at the beginning, so tell me about what's got you looking to sell. Sellers a lot of times do respond that way. They say, well, say it's personal or none of your business, or why do you need to know that? But if I have a natural conversation, so the house, do you live here? Is it a rental? Yeah, I live here. Oh, really? How long have you been here? 12 years. Where are you headed next? And then it's like all this, listen to the curious tone, right? Oh, where are you headed next? And they're like, oh, I'm just trying to get out of Vegas. What's got you thinking about getting out of Vegas though? You're just going deeper on these questions. You're going to get the real reason why they're selling. And so did you get to see Frank on his last calls? Were you able to watch him on Sunday?
I was able to watch him. Yeah.
So like if you noticed, one of the things that I told him is figure out what they're looking to do and how much that cost. He was able to get some really good tangibles there. He was like, oh, I need to buy the next house for $150. I need to pay off $15K on my credit card. that's the thing that's going to actually help you close the deals, because you're solving their problems by doing that versus just throwing out an offer. If you just throw out an offer, they're going to be like, I don't know, let me think about it. Be like, hey, let's say that I could, for example, and that's, man, let's say I can get you the down payment so you don't have to worry about Vegas anymore. You don't have to worry about all the crowds, and you can finally get that space you were looking for. Like, we put the $20,000 in your pocket, whatever the number is, right? Put the $20,000 in your pocket, and we do that in the next 3 weeks. Like, if we're able to do that for you, what would be your biggest concern? Then they'll hit you with like either an objection or they'll say nothing. And so that would be my strategy is for you. And I'm not trying to give you like a too much to digest. I like to give you guys just like little tiny things. Yeah. My big thing for you is find out, hey, you know, do you live here? Is it a rental for you? Find out some situational questions first, and then you can start to clarify and probe on what's got them thinking to sell from there. It will warm them up into that. Make sense?
Yeah. It just seemed like he got a little aggressive at the beginning, like real quick. And I was like,
he was, yeah, for sure.
For sure. Also, these are inbound
I'd call it more defensive to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You don't have to call him sir. You don't have to like be that professional. Like when I talk to people, I'll be like, "What's up, man?" Like it's a lot more relaxed. Yeah, it's just John. It's Jon Lallande over at Sell Easy SoCal. You just filled out a form on our website. Just call and see how I can help. Just more like relaxed, and it will relax them a little bit more too.
Okay. Does that work? Not saying works, but like with the older people.
I'm not going to call him bro. I'm not going to call him man.
Yeah.
But I would say the same thing. Yeah, it's just John. It's Jon Lallande over at ABC Homebuyers. Looks like you just filled out a form on our website about 123 Main Street. Cool. What did you see online that caused you to maybe want to look into this further? Well, I wanted to see how much I can get for the house, and then you can continue. He was hostile for sure, bro. Like very hostile at the beginning.
Yeah. One of those, the way I'd handle that, though, they're being hostile like that, they're just being defensive, or what I call it, but he's being like that. I'm like, hey, no, I disagree with him. I'm like, yeah, I definitely understand. You don't want to answer a million questions. I don't want to ask you a million questions. But my goal here, the reason for the call today, my goal is I want to ask you a few questions so I can get you an offer by the end of this call. Do you got a minute? And they say, yeah, and then then you're in. Just go into discovery. But I kind of like address it head on and then just go into it. Don't be apologetic. Just address it. Hey, this is my goal. And when you set the agenda, I feel like people feel better because they know what the purpose of the call is, and like, why are you just calling me asking a million questions? It's
for sure.
This is why. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I set my expectations a little bit differently, but it's the same story.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm like, all right, here we go for the next one.
You got it, bro. We're right here to do so.
Let's see. All right.
Try not to give them like too much to think about.
It's hard.
Sometimes I give them too much to think about. My number one tip is always,
sorry, you can't.
If you just relax, a lot of it comes natural.
Let's see. Try calling it again.
All right, and you are, so we can follow along real quick, and then.
Oh yeah.
Are you on Palm Beach?
Yeah, I'm Palm Beach.
Cool.
I'm sorry, you can't.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. I just called the Memphis one.
Okay.
Am I looking at the wrong sheet?
You might be.
She just sent me a text message saying she'll call me back.
Oh, nice.
So
move back some.
Yeah.
Memphis. I'll start comping this one for you, bro.
I'm sorry, I missed your call.
I like that one.
That's okay there, Bob.
Yeah. Like that.
Oh, that's
Thanks,
a good.
bud.
That's a good. If you can get this Memphis one, dude, that's a.
Yeah, he wants to be. He's ready to do some business. As I assume they say it, Memphis, Tennessee. I haven't been there.
It's going
fucking
both
apologize.
of them going straight to voice now.
Oh, good. Yeah, I just shoot him a text. But Dope. All right, man.
Okay.
Well, I
Cool.
think that's all of them. That's it. So yeah, let's
Yeah, that is all of them.
yeah, man, keep calling them, add them to your CRM, and if you have any help, anything, hit us out. But good
Okay.
job. And John, do you have any other feedback for Brent?
No, man. The big thing is, well, I would tell you two big things. One, you don't have to sound so formal at the beginning. Hey, sir, how are you doing, sir? Like it can be a little bit more relaxed. And then before you go straight into why are you looking to sell, get some situation questions first. Like get them warmed up a little bit. That's the point of those situation questions. So walk me through. Do you live here? Is it a rental for you? How long have you lived here? Where are you headed next? Oh, cool. What's got you thinking about going out there? Same way of getting to the end result of why are you looking to sell? But if you hit people with why are you looking to sell, they'll say it's personal right away. And so that would be my big thing to work on for you, bro.
Okay.
Yeah,
I appreciate all your guys' feedback. That was great.
for sure, man.
Yeah,
I'd
man.
love to see
Good
you in
job.
here. But yeah, just keep putting in the reps, man. It gets easier over time.
Thank you very much again.
Of course, bro. All right, later, man. All right, cool. So we got time for one last one. And let's see who we got. Looks like we got James. So James, you're still here. I'm gonna shoot over the link. Or I'm sure Bree's already ahead of me doing that. Let me do what you call it. Like damn.
What happened to Newly, bro? There's
I don't know.
leads with
Yeah,
fire.
we haven't seen them in a bit. So I'll have to reach out. Yeah.
iSpeed Elite. I was just pulling up our metrics on iSpeed Elite. Those have been really good for us. We spent just in one quarter 32K, made 156 back. Average deal size 52,000. 4.84 ROAS on the iSpeed Elite. Yeah, it was a decent channel. We got big average deal size. The biggest thing I liked about them, my cash conversion cycle was 50 days. Damn. So from lead to money back in my account, 50 days. So I like them.
Yeah, no, they're great. Yeah, I feel like we have, it's almost hard, just like we have so many conversations, which is obviously a great thing if you're looking for a lead provider. But for the sake of time on here, it's like, oh no, hopefully we can get everybody. But looks like we'll today. But yeah, I mean, so many people answer and do business. But yeah, we've had some great conversations with them. And yeah, it's been fun. All right. And we got James. What's up, man? Welcome back.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
I think I gotta switch. Shit. Hold on a second. I got it going through my laptop right now. Hold on 1 second. Hey, say something real quick.
Testing.
Real quick.
Fuck.
You know this dude's gonna close. He's got the business shirt on. He looks more. Actually, Kai, I take that back. You got an investor plug, dude. You're repping a shirt. I'm in a t-shirt, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not repping anybody, dude. I'm repping the color blue today.
Nice. It's a good color.
It's a good color.
All right, do it again.
Testing.
Again.
All right, we're rocking loaded.
Awesome, brother. How you doing, man?
Good, man. How you guys doing?
Good,
doing
brother.
Good. Nice to meet you, John.
Nice to meet you too, bro. So you look like you already run a wholesale business based on the shirt.
Try to, yeah.
Okay, cool. So you've had some seller conversations?
Yeah.
Cool. Where do you feel like you get maybe the most stuck or need the most help with on your seller calls?
When I need to give like a really, like when the offer is so far off, even though they have the motivation, timeline, maybe the house isn't so distressed, but still, regardless,
sure,
it's like when they're wanting 300 and I need to be at like 175 or something. Yeah.
So the main thing there, man, is if same thing I told Frank, getting those needs. So where are you headed next? How much is that going to cost? Right, getting those real needs, because a lot of times what you'll find is what they need to accomplish their goals are more attainable than what they want for the house, right? And so, and if you're like, how much are you looking to get for the house? So like, I want 300. That might be like some high in the sky number that they're coming up with based off Zillow and comps and all that. But if you can find out, like you're saying, they have real motivation, they want to, buy another house to get into a safer neighborhood, whatever it is. How much do you need to put down on that next house? Frank did a really good job. Well, I need 150. And so then that gap is easier to bridge because you're not basing it off of that high $300,000 asking price. You're getting how much they need in their pocket to accomplish that goal. And you're just focusing on that. Oftentimes it's a lot lower of a number. And so for your calls, bro, focus. What are their plans after? What are they hoping to accomplish when they sell? And then go into those, like, what do you need to be able to do that? And then you can anchor on those needs too, which will make the offer sound a little bit easier. So like, let's say they say, oh, I need 200,000 to buy the next house. All right. And let's say I go and talk to my team and, you know, all the offers end up coming lower. Like they come in at, gosh, I don't know, like 120. Could you still buy the next house? Yeah, I guess I could, you know, or no, I couldn't. It's like, that's how I would anchor them, and that will soften them up for your lower offer. That'd be my big feedback for you to work on.
So a lot of it, because I'm local in Florida, so a lot of this is in person.
Yeah.
And like I do a lot of rapport building. Like a lot of my appointments are like 2-hour, 2.5, 3-hour appointments.
Sure.
And it's like, bam, we just spent all this time getting to know each other, and now I'm gonna like just get you at your knees, especially after like a lot of them down here in Florida, they're in foreclosure, so they're like, oh, we're 50,000 behind, and then on top of that, they're like, well, you know, if I sell the house, you know, I'm already telling them, well, you're 50 grand behind, and they're like, well, I need money to either get an apartment, relocate, get another house.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, it's kind of hard to kind of, for me personally, to just be like $100,000 or $150,000 gap.
Sure.
Not that I get nervous, but it's just like a little bit anxiety, I guess, if you could call it.
Put on your helper hat, bro. So like, for example, well, look, that's why I'm here. I'm here to help, and I'm here to figure out like what would be the next steps if you do sell it. So buying right now might be out of the picture. Would you be completely opposed to renting if it allowed you to start the next chapter of your life? No, I'm not. All right. Well, let's talk about that. How much would a deposit on rent be? That'd be $2,000, right? And how long are you thinking it's going to take you before you find another job? 6 months. All right. Well, let's say I can get you, you know, the 6 months of rent plus all your living expenses over the next 6 months. Like, would that help you to start the next chapter of your life? Instead of giving them like dropping this number, I'm always focusing on those needs. Same thing with foreclosures. We work a lot of those too.
Yeah. It's like every other lead down here is a foreclosure like the last couple months.
Sounds like you got some good leads, bro.
Yeah, but there is a lot of them are like really good condition. They're just, dude, I don't know how they get so deep. Like the mortgage companies here in Florida must really want to keep them in the house. One of them that we're closing on, they didn't pay since June of 2023.
Yeah, that happens. Ky, can you give me access to the sheet?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, for sure. Share.
I would pitch those as novations then, bro, and see if you like, you know, can you help them with a BK to buy you some more time to do a novation? But all comes down to the needs, right? So that's my main focus as far as sales process today, is I want you focusing on, if you're used to spending 2-3 hours, you'll crush. So I want you to focus on getting those needs out of the seller, and then we'll be here to help you out throughout the rest of the calls.
For sure. I think that's arguably the most important part of the call, or if you can find their motivation, like why they want to sell. It's like the whole conversation goes from being transactional and numbers based and what they see off Zillow or fucking whatever, you know, and it goes to actually you solving a problem, and becomes, you know, more emotional than logical, right? And like people always buy based off emotion.
That's actually the easy part for me is like they open up, like the one I was on today. We're standing in the garage. She was telling me about kids she never met. I mean, it's easy to get the motivation. It's just, you know,
bro, if you get the motivation, we'll help you from there, bro. Trust me.
Cool.
And I bought the other one we talked about too, so I'm going to send you over that one shortly. But while I'm doing that,
one in Florida?
The first one. No, this one's in Lansing, Michigan.
All right.
I probably should have picked Florida though.
Oh, you got one in Florida? Youngston, Florida?
Okay, cool.
Never heard of it. All right, let's rock.
Here's your exclusive lead.
This, by the way, be ready for like the lowest MAO you've ever heard. I comped one property, and it's like I'm not going to talk about comps. Let's see what if we can help them first. But
Are we gonna start at the top?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
So that's a good place to start.
With Martin, right?
Yeah, it should be right. The Richmond one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Richmond, Indiana. I want to take a look at this New Orleans property too.
It ain't even pulling up for me. That's all right. You guys got it. I'll give them a call.
Yeah, we got you, bro.
Let's see.
Ky, do you do nationwide, or you just do?
Pretty much, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we try to stay
these
bigger markets, but I have buyers. But.
I wasn't paying attention. Are these cold call ones or?
I think that most of them are their inbound ones that fill out the form. So I'd go in with the assumption that they filled out the form, so they're all PPL ones. But I should have transferred over the status one, but I didn't. But yeah,
Let me know if you guys can hear it.
Yeah, we got you. That's actually a good thing for next time.
Yeah,
having it just helps have the initial.
Actually, I can figure it out here too. I guess it still shows me on speed of lead, which is cool. Which one was this one?
North.
Oh yeah.
North 16th.
Yeah, I'm calling that one. I'm gonna double dial real quick, see if he picks up.
Old Marty. He is, yeah. He filled out he's a Google Ads PPC.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Come on, man. Kind of late, right? Fuck.
So at least one of these is in Colorado. So.
Hey, Martin, this is James Thomas with Surety Home Buyers. I was giving you a call about your property over there on 16th Street. Looks like you reached out on our website and requested us to give you a call. If you can, give me a call back as soon as you get this, 863-413-6663. Thank you.
Goodbye.
All right.
Sorry, I think the next one's Central.
250.
Nolens.
My hometown.
Is it?
Not really. I was born in New Orleans, but I grew up about an hour north of there.
Oh, nice. Still never been. I don't know why we're not super far now. We're Texas,
good, man.
But
Stay out of there.
Yeah.
You don't want to go.
No.
Hell no, dude. There's nothing in New Orleans. Unless you're trying to go get shot.
One looks like a good price point.
Lavender Street. He's in NOLA.
Hey, Brian. Can you hear me?
He's Google Ads too.
Yeah, it's just James Thomas over at Surety Home Buyers. Looks like you filled out a form on our website requesting us to give you a call about your property over there on Lavender Street. Is that right?
Yes.
All right. You want me to give you a call sometime tomorrow?
Hold
all right.
up
What
your
time were you
headset.
thinking?
In the morning, 5.
All right. So like 10 a.m.?
I don't.
All right. I'll give you a text before I give you a call. All right. Thanks, bro. Take a note.
We got 2 more, and then we're going to buy one, right?
All right.
Here's your backyard, brother. Youngston.
Youngston, I didn't even know that town exists in Florida.
Neither did I.
All right, you guys keep calling me right back. Sounds like my dog's being crazy. I'll be right back.
Got my name though. That's my real name, or everyone calls me Jamie.
There you go, Jamie. Jamie
go.
Road. Make sure you tell him that. Jamie Road. It's my.
Holy shit! Look at the ARV on this sucker.
Yeah, bro. 67. Dude, the other one was 38. So this is actually. I'm gonna comp it for you while you're working it.
All right, cool. 640. It's kind of late in Florida.
It's a little too late to call. But whatever.
Yeah, we'll wake her up. We'll wake her up. Oh shit. Marcia? Is that how you say it?
Marcia.
Marcia. Hi, Marcia?
Yes.
Hey, sorry for calling so late, but it looks like I just got a form that you filled out on one of our websites about your property over there on Jamie Road.
Yeah.
Are you still looking to sell that property?
I'm just checking in.
Checking it out. Well, that's what I'm here for, to help you check it out. Do you have a few minutes?
No, not exactly.
Oh, you're in a meeting? Oh, wow. You must work the night shift.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right. What time would you wake up tomorrow? 12 o'clock. All right. I'll give you a call around 12:30. Is that all right?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry for bothering you at work.
Thanks.
Bye.
Sorry about that. We had an escaped pit bull. That I guess the guy left my what's it called, the pest control guy left the gate open, and my dog escaped. And but luckily he knocked on the front door and wanted to come back in. So
That's awesome.
The dog?
yeah.
Oh, wow,
Yeah,
dude. You
yeah,
got
dog
him.
knocked on the door.
You got it legit.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
that's
great,
cool.
dude.
Two
Kidnapped.
answers, 2 follow-ups. I think they'll talk tomorrow.
Yeah.
I would even stay away from being like, hey, do you have some time? Because they'll tell you if they don't. I always stay away from that. Yeah, I just had a couple minutes to give you a call back. Were you still looking for ways to sell that property, or did you already find what you were looking for? I actually love how you opened that up. I think your tone, like your playfulness, I thought all that was great, man. I would just stay away from, do you have a couple minutes? Because they're going to give you that out of nowhere. You might be able to just continue to go. And a lot of times, you know, once you get into the conversation, they kind of forget about whatever they were doing. You know, they start talking to you. So I would take that out. But everything else, bro, your tone, everything else sounds good.
The only reason why I did that is because it's 9 o'clock where we're at.
Yeah, fair enough. You're out of compliant dialing in Florida right now.
Yeah, it's all good though, dude. I mean, I was surprised. She said she was actually at work right now.
Yeah, I don't know. She must be a nurse or something.
Colorado, though, that's a
Fair
couple
game,
hours
baby.
behind. Fair game.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. I'll comp this. I don't see any photos online. Let's see if I can find it on
9517. You can hear it all right?
No, you gotta
Oh.
hold the phone up closer to your thing. But, there you go.
It's a gated community. I can't see anything in here.
I think the phone's off.
Oh, good. All right, let's buy one more lead since we can answer for you, and we'll let you pick because I said I would do that and forgot to do that.
All right.
All right, so you guys good? Can you see this? Oh,
yep.
Shit, wasn't supposed to show that. Close your eyes.
Screenshotted.
Oh, that's the CRM.
Or it's the speed to lead CRM one. But yeah,
Hey, you'd be buying heavy over there.
Right, and then all right, so we got search. So we can do exclusive.
And can you go to like
You got Ormond
SEO
Beach,
or
just came in 6
okay.
minutes ago, and yeah, this one's
All right.
PPC. It's up to you.
Let's call it.
I'd call it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. 6 minutes ago, they're awake. Fuck it. Ormond Beach is about an hour and a half. Daytona. How do I get this one though?
I'm just gonna send it to you in the chat.
Oh,
All right, let me stop sharing.
Yeah, I was about to say, stop sharing that screen.
Oops.
They're gonna get a phone call from me tomorrow.
Right.
what is this Lansing, Michigan one?
That one, did you call that? That one was the other hot exclusive one I got you.
Oh, it was? No, I never called
Yeah.
that one.
Cool. Yeah, I'd call them too. I don't know. Is Michigan East Coast? I don't know. It doesn't matter if I could call them. Do
Is that the number above?
it. Yeah, the one. Yeah.
I thought we called that one.
Oh, wait, hold on. Never mind. Yeah. So that one.
Oh.
I don't know if we called that one.
517.
All right. So you get two. All right. One of these are gonna go. We got that and Janet. I might actually call Janet first because she just can't unless you already dialed it.
Yeah,
I
we
would
do.
call, I would call that one first.
I don't know if I'm that guy.
This one just filled out their form 6 minutes ago.
Man, I can't jump in this chat for some reason. How would I find this on YouTube?
So yeah, if you just go, I'll drop the link. But yeah, it's on my channel too. But you just type in my name. But yeah, I just put the link in the private chat.
Perfect.
The hell?
It's a weird view.
It like rains and then it don't rain.
Yeah, that's bizarre. Fuck it. Let's call the next one.
Hold on, man. Triple dial just to be safe.
Oh shit.
It's not sure what's going on with this number. I don't think that's a real number, to be honest.
I like the Florida one though. They're outside of their house. Their Google Maps view is ugly as fuck.
The Florida one?
Yeah,
The Ormond
looks
Beach?
perfect. Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Oh, that's the one that's
looks like money.
not answer, like it's not
Oh,
even
okay.
raining though.
Yeah, I'd text them.
Yeah,
I text them there. Yeah, we got window unit in Florida. It's a nice sound. We got a dumpster with a whole bunch of crazy stuff. A boat that's never been used. We got an Escalade. We got
Good signs.
yeah, lots more.
We're
trash.
getting there.
I don't think you could add this. Like you drive for dollars, you're pulling over fast. This is the one.
And the name's Janet?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the Janet's the Michigan one. Or no, Janet's the other one. She's the Florida one. Michaela is the other one. Janet's Florida.
Bro, how many contracts have you locked up on these things?
Good amount. I mean, we haven't had a whole bunch of them live. Like some of them been the next day. We've like physically gotten them signed. So we've had a lot of them like the next day signed. I think we've only had one actually signed on the show still. Like
who was that
during the stream? Travis Wells.
I think I saw that one.
Oh, okay.
Did that one sell?
I'll have to check with Travis. I just let him take that one. So
oh, gotcha.
I have to check with him.
I got one locked up like what, a week later
Nice.
from the show.
Yeah, you got that one and you got it sold, right? The one in New Braunfels.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, I dropped the ball on that. Cause yeah, definitely gonna help you move that one. How much you make on that one, James?
11.
Nice. And you said you JV'd?
Well, yeah. Well, no, not really. So I sold it to a guy and then he just put some on top.
Oh, okay.
But he did everything. He went there, locked it up, all that stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was definitely worth
Showing up
weeks
for the
of
boiler.
follow.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
following up. Yeah.
Which one am I on now? The Michigan one, right?
Did you call the Michigan one yet?
No, I hung up to call the Florida one.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'd call the Michigan one then. That one's the address is below it. Yeah.
It's Michaela, right?
Yep.
I'm not good with names.
It's all right. I just guess, and I'm just real confident when I say it.
It's raining.
I like to say if I got it wrong, I'm probably not the first person that ever got their name wrong.
I chat GPT it. I don't like to be wrong.
Yeah.
I say, how do you one?
Hey, is Michaela there? This is James over at Surety Home Buyers. It looks like we just got a form from Michaela about a property they're looking to sell on Genesee Street.
Yeah.
Great, great. Are you one of the owners?
Yeah.
Oh, great, cool. So you guys are looking to sell that property?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it looks like you found us. Was it on Google?
Yeah, probably nice.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm always curious. You know, sometimes the ads say, you know, sell without a realtor or, you know, avoid all the fees and stuff. Was there something special about the ad that made you want to kind of look into this a bit further?
Just something that does fast.
Okay, so kind of, you guys are looking to kind of sell the property pretty quickly.
Get a good idea fast.
Okay. Like when you say fast, like in the next week, 30 days?
Yeah, probably like within. So.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Did you have a chance to kind of go through the website and see what we kind of do, or?
No, and unfortunately, I don't right now. I work third shift, so I'm supposed to go to work.
Oh, okay. Does she happen to be there? Maybe we could talk to her for a couple minutes.
No, very nice. But if you give me a call late afternoon tomorrow, I'll be available.
All right. And real quick, just so I could kind of jump on it and get some information, did you have a price of like what you were hoping to get for it?
No, I'm just trying to get an idea of some stuff that I've been Googling about, property values with the houses around. They've all been saying anywhere from like 90 to 120K.
Okay. So if you got an offer around there, you guys would be good to go?
Sure.
All righty, cool. Is there anything majorly wrong with the property?
It's old, so yeah, and it needs some work. But so I mean, it's not the lower end of the spectrum, but
Gotcha.
I mean, we've been living here for 8 years. It's bones.
Awesome. And did you have a place lined up already if you sell the property pretty quickly?
No, I'm still going through that process.
All right. Yeah, and we do have a relocation kind of process with us as well. We could definitely help you out trying to find a new place if you needed it. Were you thinking about staying in Michigan?
Yeah, I gotta show me some places this weekend, so maybe I'll better than.
Oh, cool. You're already jumping on the ball then. Cool. Is there like something, a reason why you're even looking to sell if you're staying in Michigan?
Just the location where we're at.
Gotcha. A little rough around the edges over there?
Yeah, right. That's ghetto. We want to stuff a little more quiet. But this house, streets all the way to on the floor. You're to a small, stairs for me.
Oh, gotcha. This is a split level?
No, it's got a first basement.
Gotcha. Okay. And just real quick, I don't like to get into condition too much, but if you just had to guess really quick about how much do you think to kind of get it up to par to 2025 standards?
Would assume someone's going to want a roof. That's just I would told her it's been like I don't know,
I'm having a hard time hearing it, James.
Inside.
Like cosmetic stuff?
Yep.
Gotcha. All right, cool. So, in order to get you into your next spot, do you know about roughly how much you need to kind of get you into your next location?
I mean, I would probably say maybe like 60.
60? Okay.
Yeah.
So you know, if we were able to kind of just pay all cash without any fees or realtors involved, 60 would kind of be a number you'd be looking for.
Yeah, they probably end up being that's on the low end or somewhere right around there. That'd probably be where I'd be at, knowing that it needs some work.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, we like to be fair and make it a win for everybody. So,
Yeah, you know, obviously, you know, you're gonna do your diligence. You know, yeah, I mean, I've been told to neighbor their roof stuff. The windows would probably want to be updated. They're there, so I mean, you know, they don't board it up or anything, but.
gotcha. Okay. And if you go this weekend and find a place that you like, are you looking to kind of put an offer in on that place? Do you need the money from this place to get that place, or what does that look like?
No, pretty much what I'm trying to. How much I get for this place is going to depend on how much I can put into my next place. That's kind of where I'm at. So I need to figure out what I get for this place first to know before I can put a bid on another place, because then I'll know how much I'll be able to put down. So I'll be able to move some cash around, change accounts over and stuff like that.
Gotcha. Okay. And do you happen to owe anything? Is there a balance on the property you live in now?
Yeah, I'd say there's maybe like $2,500 on taxes.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, you're sitting pretty then. You're good to go. Usually the homeowners I'm talking to, they're either in the rears or trying to break even on a mortgage. So good to know you got it paid off. So $2,500 in taxes, still looking to try to find a place. And then, you know, if we were able to come to terms, you're thinking you'd be able to move out, find a place within the next 30 days?
Yeah, I mean, unless you guys offer a little bit longer, you know, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure I could make that work where I could either go somewhere else for a month or so while I get everything figured out. But
yeah, and if you need, like, we're very flexible on the timeline. I'm just kind of, you know, usually it's just 30 days is like a normal transaction for us. But if the homeowner needs more time, we pretty much work on your schedule anyways. As long as it's not like, hey, I need 6 months or something like that. So
yes, no, it's not. Otherwise, I wouldn't even call that.
I had a guy call me yesterday. He's like, yeah, I was looking to get an offer and I'm thinking about selling in about 2 years. And I was like, wait a minute, 2 years. So let's see here. So you don't owe 2,500.
Read the chat.
There's no project here.
The last one.
Did you ask how much he's looking for yet?
Oh, you trying to think of anything else? It's not, you know, it's not, you know, don't flood or anything like that.
Okay.
Storage.
Gotcha.
It's got a non-livable attic that you can also use for some storage.
Uh-huh. Okay. Have you done anything to the property since you lived there?
You say it all the time?
Have you done anything to the property since you lived there?
Yeah, took stuff a while back. When they first lived in the house, was first in our possession, a new water heater, a new bathtub, the sink, the toilet, a couple cabinets in the kitchen.
Gotcha.
That's about it. Nothing too major other than the water heater.
Okay. Yeah, and just kind of doing some surface level. I'm not necessarily the numbers guy, but I kind of just take a look while I'm on the phone, just to get a good idea, just so, you know, I don't waste your time and we don't waste our time. I kind of already know my team and kind of how they run numbers. If they came in, you know, a little bit below 50, do you think that's something that might be doable? Call you back on and maybe try to negotiate from there, or what are you thinking?
I would definitely, you know, take it under consideration. I mean, once you have, you know, the point being around the first, I have contacted other people. So I'm gonna, I'm getting more than one number coming at me. So, like I said, I don't want to beat around the bush either.
Gotcha.
But it all depends based on based on what I get from other people, other sources.
Have you got other offers already?
No, actually, I just started the process yesterday. I got some things scheduled. I actually even have a realtor to see how fast they think that they can move it. But then, I know it'd be extra fee, but then I wouldn't, I probably wouldn't lose as much upfront money that way if they can get rid of it fast. But when they said the houses around here, they said they can, they can go fast. They said it all depends on how much people want to think that they could do to it. And a lot of people buy over here and rent to college students. So, but
Gotcha.
I'm just starting this process.
All right. Well, what if we were able to do, for sure 50,000 cash? You didn't have to worry about fixing anything, doing any fees, commissions, realtors, service fees. There's nothing included out of your pocket, and we could kind of get the deal done without having to worry about anything else.
You got guys super locally that come into the, or that come to the investment? You got different people local. I'm not sure where you're based.
Yeah, well, I'm actually based out of Florida right now, but we do have people up in Michigan, mainly Detroit, but they could shoot over that way. Typically, the process is we kind of agree on a number, make sure it's something that makes sense for us and for the homeowner. And we kind of get an agreement in place. Once it's in place, then we do like a small inspection period. At that time, that's when we would send somebody out to take a quick look just to verify there's nothing really crazy going on with the property. As long as there's nothing crazy going on, we'll move forward with the price and move forward with the timeline.
Yeah, I like that.
You think 50,000 would work if we did something like that for you?
Yeah, I would have to, I'd have to talk to my wife. I couldn't, put a guarantee on it right this second, but I have to say, yeah, we're pretty close. We'd be pretty close.
All right. Has she kind of thrown out a number that she kind of wanted yet?
She came up with something a little bit higher than I gave.
They always do. Yeah.
I tried to, tell her, whoever buys it's going to put some, probably going to want to put something into it. I mean,
yeah.
Even 100% visible right now. So I mean, there's no, guarantee work that has to be done, but I'm sure someone's going to buy a house, they're going to want to do it now.
Yeah, even if you used it as a rental, you're going to want to spruce it up a little bit, get it rent ready. That way you could kind of at least maximize the monthly rent. So I'm sure there's going to be, you've been there for 8 years, so I'm sure there's going to be floors, like you said, windows, roof. Nowadays that stuff adds up quick.
Oh, hell yeah.
So.
But I'm sure I could talk her into somewhere around there. You want to jot down maybe 55, I'm sure she would like that a little more, but, we can, if you want to, like I said, if you want to maybe look at the numbers that are available online, because I know that like the estimated prices and all that are available, because that's where I've been finding it. Yeah,
no, I got 5 different tabs open with 5 different softwares and everything looking deep into your property right now. That's kind of why, I was thinking 50 would probably, just because we're covering all the fees, literally it's not going to cost you anything to sell the property. All you got to do is wait to close and collect your money. So it's a little bit of speed and convenience, a little bit of trade for just a little bit of some equity.
Yeah, I can do that. You know what? Like I said, you give me a call tomorrow afternoon. I'll speak with her in the morning, and then we can maybe move forward.
All right. You're talking about the 50,000, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'll take a note of that, send it to my team, and then what time would you like me to give you a call tomorrow?
Yeah, like I said, I work there at
It's 3 o'clock.
Hell no, I'm calling you now at 9:30 almost. All right, 4 o'clock. Cool, man. Yeah, talk to the wife. Unless you just want to surprise her now that you already sold the house for 50,000, she might be happy. I could send you the paperwork right now.
You're trying to get me beat. Now I'm gonna need to buy 2 houses, one for me, one for her.
I don't want to get you in trouble, but you never know. She might be happy that it's over with. But no, I get you, bro. I'm not here to pressure anybody. So I'll give you a call back at 4 o'clock. Are you Central or Eastern?
Eastern.
Oh yeah, it is 9. All right. Well, you have a good rest of your day, or yeah, you're starting your day. So I hope work goes well, and then I'll give you a call tomorrow around 4 o'clock.
Thanks, boss.
All right, you take it easy. Be safe.
You too.
So you see how like that focusing on the needs helps you get the price down a lot lower, and it didn't feel cringy, right? Because you
didn't feel cringy, yeah.
It wasn't like he was asking 90 and then you're like, hey, I'm coming down to 50. You were able to get there really smooth because you got really clear on the needs. That, hey, let's say I can get you the 50,000. Would that be enough? He's like, yeah, it would be, but it didn't feel cringy. So that was a great job, man. Really good. That connection phase, bro, like the first couple questions that you asked, where'd you learn that?
I stole it from you.
Okay. I was like, this guy sounds like one of my students. Like, he's got my exact script. I was like, that was phenomenal, bro.
Yeah, I got all of it.
Okay, cool. So you got my scripts. Good deal, man. The big thing, bro, is just continuing to focus on that. I wanted to help you with the partner objection, but I couldn't figure out. I was like, if I start getting in this guy's ear right now and help you overcome the partner objection, I would be teaching you too much while you're on the phone. I think it would have been impossible. So I just let you go through it. But really, like the way that you handle that partner objection, I'll role play it. I got to hop in a second, but you want to just role play through that partner objection?
Yeah, of course.
So first thing, she's on title, right? So she's going to be, there's 2 different types of partner. There's not on title, you can overcome it, or there's on title, you need to book another call. So certainly understand, man, you need to talk to your wife. Let me ask you this. Everything that we covered, is that what you were looking for to help you start this next chapter of your life?
For me, yeah.
Why do you feel like it would be?
Just because I'm over the house, need to get into this other house that we're looking for. And, you know, that was the plan that me and my wife talked about. We want to sell.
Sure. And let's say you go to her, man, she doesn't see eye to eye on this. Maybe she wants you to stay here for another 6 to 12 months. Like, are you going to settle for that? Or are you going to say, hey, let's do it and let's move on anyway?
Well, I know she wants to sell. It's just going to come down to the price.
Yeah. And that's fairly common, man. That's actually why I'm on the phone. Now, obviously, we've been on the phone for 15, 20 minutes. We kind of covered a lot of the things that you were looking for. She's anything like my wife. She's going to have some questions too, right?
Yeah,
so,
of course.
Here's what I would recommend. Let's set up a call for tomorrow at 4 o'clock where she can be involved as well. Last thing that she wants is not to be involved in the conversation. I'll go through all the questions that I just asked you, make sure she's in line with everything. And then if we're able to help you out from there, man, I'll type up an agreement. We'll get both of you to sign tomorrow. Is that fair?
That sounds great, dude.
Boom,
it does. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the partner objection, bro.
I did miss that part. I should have made sure she's going to be there because, you know, that's the main point. What's the point of talking to him again if she's not going to be there?
Not a point, right? So the first thing is like make sure that he's all good with it. He's not just using it as a smoke screen, that like he's just going to go talk to her, but really wants to go get a bunch of other offers. I want to get all of that, get her on the phone, be able to close it from there. I think you'll still close it, bro. But I would call him between now and then, try to get her on the phone, and you'll still close it. Your connection phase was great, man. Going straight into condition, I don't love, but the connection phase, like how you did the needs, all that was phenomenal. So really good job, brother.
Cool, man.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Good job, man. Yeah, the only piece of feedback I have is just when you delivered the close. I think everything else you did great. A lot of good points. Pretty much all the things Jon said, I agree with. I think you did a lot of things really right. And going back to the last call we had, like when you sound too professional, I think you do a great job of you know, riding the line of being like not too formal, still sounding professional and sounding like an authority figure and sounding we know what we're talking about, but also sound relaxed and like, you know, you guys are friendly and buddy and like you're building that. So I think that was probably like my biggest pro. I think you did really well on the call there. But yeah, only thing I think just delivering the close better, because when you do, I don't remember exactly what you said, but when you deliver the close, you're like, if this was what I have, I gave you this number, you know, say we did 50, and you're like, you know, is that a place to negotiate from or something? Like you kind of like gave them an out, right?
Yeah.
Instead of just like kind of being more confident in the close. So that's that one thing I do. I just like, you know, just don't give them like an objection, you know,
Yeah.
beforehand.
Yeah, let's say I gave you the 50. Would that be enough for you to start this next chapter of your life? Yes. Okay, cool. Well, here's what I'll do. I'll start typing up that agreement. You just go in for the close right there. Really good stuff, bro.
That's crazy that you picked that up, because when I said negotiation in my head when I was saying the sentence, I almost said it again. Like, why the hell would I say you know, it's just telling you, hey, we can work from there and go up.
Yeah, just tiny little tweaks, right? Yeah, I think you can tell you've been doing it and like sound night and day better from the first time you came on till now. So I mean, yeah, I think just keep getting the reps in and keep putting your name in, man.
Exactly. And that's why I come on here, dude. Every time you talk to some different coaches and all that stuff, different feedback, different points of view, that's how you grow, right?
100%, brother.
Appreciate you doing this, man.
Appreciate you, bro. Talk to you soon. All right, man. So that's it. We wrapped up another episode. Appreciate everyone hanging out with us for so long. Real quick before we wrap up, John, do you have any key takeaways or anything that you saw that you want to kind of point out to people who are watching or just getting into it?
Yeah, man. Like if you guys watch the calls that went really well, notice that they focused on the needs. And that's the main thing that I teach in my programs is like, instead of how much are you looking to get for the property, what do you need to be able to start the next chapter of your life? Notice he went from 90 to 60 like that, just from getting needs. The other person went from 200 to 150 like that, just from getting actual needs. And so we're not talking about like a 10% decrease in the price. We're talking about a 30-40% decrease in price. You guys were able to witness that just today. And so focusing on those needs, man, you guys do that, you'll crush it.
100%. Yeah, I think that, I mean, yeah, a lot of good things. I think, again, just the tonality, right? Having that good tonality. You can tell people had like the better tonality and had that more, they rode the line like we talked about, where in between being professional and being, you know, buddy, they got a lot further in the call and there's just less resistance, right?
Yeah,
so I think just focus on your tonality, feeling, you know, relaxing, which is just hard to say, hey, just relax, but you know, just it's easier when you get the reps in, right? It's easier when you keep doing it. So it's so important to do that. And I think one of the biggest gold nuggets I saw, we were wrap up, or I heard rather, was from you when you broke down. I don't know if everybody caught it, but just like exactly like, oh, you know, like I love iSpeed Lead, and you had so organized, you knew how much you spent, how long it took you to get your money back, you know, how long, you know, what your return is. That's huge. I think most people don't do that or don't talk about that, but I feel like if people just start even using a system or CRM or whatever, just find a way to, or you just do it manually, right? I know I've seen yours you do on spreadsheets, like just track it, right? And like you just track it. And like, it's so important, like when you can just start to track things like that.
For sure, man. 100%.
But I love it. So yeah, one more time, guys. Yeah, definitely go check out iSpeed Lead. I'm gonna drop the link one more time for you guys. Like I said, we've got a lot of great conversations on these ones. And what do you say, 4.25 cash on cash return?
4.8. I think was the ROAS, and then 50-day cash conversion cycle, 50-day cash conversion cycle. It's like a $50-something thousand average deal size for me. We've been slaughtering it with iSpeed Lead, so definitely recommend them as well. I wouldn't have said that if I don't recommend them, but I like them.
Yeah, 100%, man. But one more time, for people maybe just catching on now, what's the best way? You said Instagram, or how can people connect with you and learn more?
Yeah, look me up on YouTube, Jon Lallande, Instagram, Jon Lallande 22. And if you guys like, obviously, if they wanted to go into a school community, get some additional stuff, you can look up the Wholesale Sales Academy. But check out my free stuff first. Make sure you go through that, and then you can look at some of the other stuff.
For sure. Now, John's definitely somebody who delivers a great amount of value, knows his shit. So definitely go check him out. And I'll make sure if you guys listen on the podcast, we put all those links in the show notes. So guys, love to see you. I'd love to see some different names in the bucket. So, you know, put your name in, you got nothing to lose and everything to gain. So we're going to be doing this week after next, and hope to see you guys then.
Appreciate you, brother. See you guys later.
All right.